Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, go. We started?
Yeah, I was saying go ahead.
Awesome. Welcome to PodLuck Podcast Episode 5. Mark 1.
October 7th.
October 7th. Wake up, Green Day!
2017.
September's over.
I'm going to make sure we're live still.
Nope.
Because
We're not. Okay, well, I'll just redo the whole thing. The PodLuck start, go!
You were live since before you said 1, 2, 3.
Oh, we are live? Okay, good.
Good. Great.
So,
That's what I said. I just keep going. This is intro, go! PodLuck Podcast. It's me, I'm Cody.
I'm Justin.
That's what I said. Today.
I'm Justin today.
And
Every day.
always.
Yeah, always.
Okay.
Always Justin.
Hi, everybody.
Computer down, I'm hearing you twice.
We're back.
The computer down, what do you mean? It's
Technical difficulties as
is it
always.
still- Okay. No, it's because I had my phone.
And
We are live.
we're going to start
So,
now.
What did you do this week?
What did I do this week? I did a little bit more than I've been doing. Cut out some League, but I played some League. I played a lot of Pokemon.
Which Pokemon?
Pokemon Moon. From the Pokemon Moon and Sun that came out at the same time. I didn't
the
not
Pokemon Moon?
Yeah,
Or is
not
it
the new
Ultra
one, Moon Ultra, because I don't know what the heck's going on with that. I don't really know the difference yet.
Makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's like some Digimon stuff going into that one. More Digimon. Digimon's bleeding into Pokemon. And
Or is Digimon planning a coup?
oh,
to
what if the
slowly
next
take
one's
over?
like Pokemon The Origin
Or Pokemon
Digimon?
Digiworld.
Yeah,
Something weird. Yeah,
they're taking over.
that's fine.
Agumon's gonna be the next Pokemon to come out, and
I was never a big fan of Digimon. Now, when it first came out, like the first season, I watched the crap out of
dude,
that.
it's so good, but also so bad.
It was so bad.
The movie's great though.
I tried to rewatch it because it got added to Netflix a while ago. And I tried to rewatch it to relive the nostalgia, and I was like, man, this is dumb.
It's only dumb for like the first 60 episode. No, I'm just kidding. It's like the first 20-ish episodes are like meh because it's just them digivolving in sequence. Like every Digimon gets their own show where they're like, I can do this now, and then like after 20 episodes, then the actual story begins, and it's real cool.
Right. I mean, the story wasn't really that cool.
It was so cool because it was like the Digimon in the digital world were trying to take over the real world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And there's this whole thing where they could leak into the real world, and then because at the beginning Greymon came, or not Greymon, that big bird, the big green parrot Digimon came through, and he's like, I'm gonna destroy everything, and then Greymon's like, no, I'm gonna save him, and then that was real cool. It was like the Pikachu shocking the Spearow episode.
See,
one.
I do not know what you're talking about right now.
It's so good. Digimon had the coolest story because they had to actually save the real world.
Right, they came out of the digital world. and-
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
It's
That's
super
about
awesome.
it. And I didn't understand if like all the Digimon were sentient, because some of them were like really dumb, you know.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure if they were like all smart.
Not all of them were smart. A lot of them were dumb, but
Yeah.
the smart ones, like the super bad guys,
Mhm.
they were gonna take over technology in the real world.
Right.
Which, if you think about that, that's like an apocalyptic event.
Well, yeah, that would be scary in real life.
Yeah, that's why it was cool because it was real.
It was
Like,
real.
if that happened, like we're done.
Right.
So that's why it was cool. But I played some Pokemon.
Uh,
Now I want to watch some Digimon. I watched a new episode of American Horror Story today.
was it good?
It was pretty good. The
I've
season's
never seen
good.
that.
Really? Like
No.
any of the American Horror Stories? Oh no. Well, it's perfect season. It's
What is it? Is
Spook
it like-
season.
Is it like
October?
no?
Yeah.
Is it like the show? The show.
Okay.
Is it like just like short stories, or is it just like a one theme?
It's one like overarching theme for each season, but the
Oh,
seasons kind of tie together.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see a storyline through all of them.
Oh, okay.
But it's weird because they reuse the same actors in all of them.
Oh, they
It's
do?
a real cool concept how they do it. They're really good. The only one I think there's two I didn't care for. Freak Show I didn't think was awesome, but it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And which one didn't I like? Which one is it? What? Oh yeah, Roanoke. Not
Roanoke.
good. Roanoke was terrible. wasn't actually about Roanoke.
That's unfortunate because
Yeah,
that's a really cool story.
A great story, and they had great potential. And they were just like, we're not going to actually have anything to do with Roanoke or
like,
the
you could
story.
do anything with that. People getting abducted.
Yeah.
Their souls or something.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Message the writers and be like, hey, you guys done goofed.
Well, what are they going to do now? Roanoke 2?
Please. Roanoke 2, the actual Roanoke
I kind of
story.
wish movies would do it in a way, or like TV shows would do it in a way where they pretended like it never happened,
Mhm.
and then they do it again. You know what I mean?
Who did that? X-Men.
Or they just pretended.
Yeah, they're like, this movie's about us rewriting the storyline.
Right.
That never happened.
Not like a reboot, but like
That
with
was great.
same actors, same premise.
They
but
just pretended it
switch
didn't.
some things. Yeah, and they pretend like the original never happened. That would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. I would love that. But that's something I watched this week. I didn't watch so much Ancient Aliens because I've finished season 6 of Game of Thrones. I got one season left, all caught up. Oh man, that's getting crazy.
I watched some Ancient Aliens.
Did you? Some good ones?
There's a couple good ones, yeah.
What's the most
Now,
interesting one?
the thing about Ancient Aliens is sometimes I just leave it on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like sort of pick it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been solid.
Was there a good episode that you
Um,
you remember?
they were talking about like robots, like this coming transhumanism thing where we're gonna try to transfer our consciousness into a machine.
I don't want that. I want like a cyborg universe. Like I would like to have robot parts. That'd be pretty cool.
Right, I don't want to be transhuman either.
No, I don't want to be like. I don't want to be a robot.
But they were just like the premise of that episode was like, are we coming back to, you know, aliens? Like that's what aliens are modified humans essentially.
What if they're living in our computers?
I don't think that would work.
They uploaded themselves.
We just don't have enough bandwidth for that kind of stuff.
What if they uploaded themselves into our system and they're Digimon and Digimon's really happening?
But it is.
It could.
It could happen, yeah.
More plausible than mutant mice that can shoot electricity.
Did you just make that up?
No, that's Pikachu.
I guess he is a mutant.
I didn't
now.
make Pikachu up.
When you like break it down like that, it sounds really ridiculous.
It sounds totally ridiculous.
Yeah.
Digimon had a way more plausible storyline.
Well, yeah, you were in a digital world, so it made sense that you could do like cool stuff.
You know what I always thought was really weird?
Hmm.
In the Pokemon universe, at the beginning of the Pokemon movies.
Oh.
No, they're like explaining Pokemon because
Yeah.
they're like, maybe some kids didn't watch the show, but why would you watch the movie if you didn't watch the show? I don't get it. But at the beginning of the Pokemon movies, they always show actual Earth, like our Earth, like the continents.
Oh, right.
And I'm like, huh,
It's a different
that's
world.
weird because you're saying this is a real world, but also it's not.
You know what's really weird
because-
to me for Pokemon?
What's that?
The regions.
Like Johto, Kanto.
Yeah, it's like super weird because you play the game and you're like, oh, these are all the Pokemon. And it's like, oh, we discovered a new region, and
Yeah.
by the way, it has new Pokemon.
Yeah, but then when you go to that region, it's all populated
Yeah.
already, and you're like, how did you not know?
Yeah, how did you not discover this? And wait, the culture's the same because it looks the
Yeah.
same. There's Pokemon centers with
Yeah.
the same nurses.
And then they're like, oh, yeah, I email this guy all the time. we video chat because we have that in this universe.
Right.
And they're like, you just didn't know what continent he lived on?
Like I feel like it's like a poor way to explain different games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's a new region because they can essentially do that forever. How big is Earth now with all the regions they keep discovering?
I don't. There's like 6-ish, but some of them are really small. Like they're little island chains. So
Right. I guess the island thing makes sense, but at the same time, it's like it's weird. I don't feel like it's a good way to go about sequels. You know?
Dude, you know what made me super mad? I'm going on a tangent right now. I'm so sorry for everyone that's listening because this was just what I did this week, and it's going on this long.
Go on and tangent.
But this tangent, I have to because Pokemon, the new one, the one I'm playing right now,
Yeah.
Moon, based in an island setting, right?
Uh-huh.
Like the Hawaiian Islands is essentially what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to do all these Hawaiian challenges and stuff. They already had in their universe, their canon universe that exists, a chain of islands. It was in the second season of the TV show, okay?
Yeah.
The Orange Islands, because there was the Indigo League, which led into the Orange Islands. That's where Brock left, and they got Tracy sketch it, the guy who drew things. Okay?
Okay.
This is in their canon universe. And Ash went before Johto to the Orange Islands, where he did a whole bunch of challenge things for these badges, right?
Yeah.
It was an entire season of Pokemon. Already existed. Instead of using the Orange Islands League, which would have been super awesome for anyone who watched the TV show when they were a child, they decided to put out this Hawaiian BS that I'm now playing through that doesn't even have gyms.
No gyms?
No gyms.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Someone should tell Mr. Pokemon. Pokemon Go? No. Pokemon No.
Pokemon no.
And the new ones, why are you taking away everything that is Pokemon?
Right. I think that they're trying to evolve.
Yeah,
But
they're
I
trying to
don't know if that's
digivolve
the-
is what they're doing.
I don't know if that's like the direction they go to get rid of gyms.
Yeah, no, that's
Because gyms
like,
had this whole like theming thing where
Mhm.
you're like, you know, you fight lesser people until you get to the
yeah.
end, and it was always the theme of whatever element you were in.
What do you do in Pokemon? You catch them,
Yeah.
you battle them,
Yeah.
you beat the gym,
Yeah.
you beat the Elite Four, beat the game.
Yeah. And in this, you don't do any of that.
No, you go and you fight some people that are like more powerful than the other people, but they don't really have a title, and you're like, I don't really feel satisfied because I didn't beat a gym. And they're like, here's this rock, and I'm like, hey, you called it nothing. It's not a badge. I can't wear that.
Right.
You gave me a rock. Dumb. Pokemon.
Dumb Pokemon.
I don't like it.
Pokemon dumb.
I don't like it at all. But I do like that they brought some of the old Pokemon back and just gave them new abilities. Because that's pretty cool. Because I don't care about the new ones.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, those are stupid. Give me the old ones with new stuff.
Right. I mean, how far can you go? How many more Pokemon can you create?
I don't know, but I like the thing that they did. So I'm hoping the next one they're like, hey, let's stop making Pokemon and just bring the old ones back. Yeah, I'll be like, yes, please. Can you?
That's not gonna happen.
Executor is the best Pokemon that's been made so far because he just got taller, and he's a dragon for some reason.
He has dragon type.
Oh
now?
yeah, he's grass and dragon. That's great.
But he's like an egg monster.
Yep.
I guess a dragon could have hatched out of the egg, but he's
No,
kinda
he's
like
just-
a sentient egg.
He's now just a tall palm tree
Hmm.
and a dragon type.
So like the meme?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Okay.
That's actually real. It's not even a meme. It's like, this is something really funny that Pokemon did because I don't know why.
That's so weird. I didn't
Mhm.
know that.
Charizard, not a dragon.
I-
Giant tree egg monster.
Some of the Pokemon that
Dragon.
really bothered me that like pulled me out of the world was like that ice cream cone Pokemon.
Oh, so stupid.
right.
Those are actually the worst games. And one of the worst games I've ever played is Pokemon Black and White. I refuse.
That's when I tried to get back into Pokemon.
Really? That's when I almost stopped being into Pokemon because I was like, if this gets worse, I'm out. But then they went back and it was better again.
Well, there was a couple cool fighting type Pokemon, but like it was trash.
You mean, what was it? Sock and
Sumo?
Sock
the
and
sumo
Boppers?
guy. The sumo guy. He was cool.
Which sumo guy? The red one? That was just wearing like a gi? Like a traditional gi?
No.
Because I was like, those are just Pokemon with clothes.
I thought they were cool. So
One looks exactly like the other one. One's red and one's blue. I was like, that's Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, but less cool.
I mean, how do you keep doing fighting Pokemon?
Re-release Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan because they were cool.
now? They're just Pokemon with clothes too.
But they didn't even name it like after people like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. They just made like Sock and Boppers. I don't know what their
Boppers.
name, but the one was Sock. I forget the other one's name. It doesn't matter because they're
Doesn't matter.
stupid.
Right. Do you want to spin the wheel? See what we're talking about this week?
But you didn't tell me what you did this week.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
You just listened to me talk about Pokemon and then this was your week?
That's what it felt like.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm so sorry for you.
I'm kidding. It was a very good story that branched off into many
I'm
rants.
sorry. That's really all I did this week is those two games.
And
So,
you like composed an essay on why Pokemon needs to stop.
dude, I'll write a strongly worded letter to Mr. Pokemon telling him he should fix his.
Listen, this is my childhood.
Yeah, you're ruining it.
You're ruining it. What did I do? I was on call, so I didn't do a lot. I worked on the band stuff, of course.
Mm.
And we're gonna start remixing game music, which I'm super
Cool.
excited about.
That's awesome.
Um,
Like some 16-bit type.
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
like modernized. I played the new Battlefront beta.
Good.
It's pretty good. And Cuphead, of course, I played that as well.
I've heard so much about that in the past week. I heard
It's good.
it's pretty awesome. I like the art style too. It's real cool.
I think the only thing that I don't like about Cuphead is basically Cuphead is like a boss run game with Mega Man elements, running and jumping and shooting and whatever. But
jump and shoot, man.
yeah, jump shoot man. But they added this like weird level system where you like run through a level. It's like platforming, and I feel like I hate it. Like I hated the platforming because it was like it felt like a boss run game, you know?
Yeah.
But then they added these like platforming levels that really have like no value. They're kind of generic, right?
That sucks.
You collect some coins that let you buy some stuff, but I feel like they could have distributed coins a little bit better because the platforming just didn't feel right. Like it feels like a boss run mode where you just fight bosses, you know? And then they added this platforming aspect for certain levels.
Yeah, I didn't need this.
It's like I didn't need this. This is unnecessary.
It's like how I didn't need the last 200 Pokemon that came out.
Right. But what it felt like to me, it was like a last minute thing.
It's like they just added it. They're like,
I feel like we need more. Let's do this. And then they're like, okay,
some filler.
Yeah.
Put those in there.
Let's just put those in there. And I wasn't happy about it. It's still a good game though. It's a really good game. Very good indie game. Very good art style. Like they thought about that a lot. And that really shows you the power to like sell a game if it looks nice.
Yeah.
You know, people are gonna buy it just because it's art.
Yeah.
And I think people forget that sometimes, just with gaming in general. But so I played that, and then I played the Battlefront beta. Now I hated the last Star Wars Battlefront.
It was bad.
It was so.
It was
bad.
actually really bad.
It was so.
I played
bad.
a little bit of it, and then I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I hated
like the
it.
first one was really good.
Yeah.
And then they made the second one, and I was like, please never again.
Yeah. Like, no, they made the first two right back in the PlayStation. Those were so good.
Yeah.
Where you could get out of the ship.
And
into the other ship.
Yeah, where you could fly into the enemy's hangar, jump out, and do Star Wars stuff like the movies.
Yeah, and then they released one on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. It was just so bad. Like you would run around and there'd be these little pickups, and you would turn into a Jedi, or you would drive an AT-AT.
Yeah,
but you couldn't walk the things.
Yeah,
the
big
just
like,
things. You're just on a rail. It was stupid.
I don't know why. Do you remember the game Star Wars Republic Commando? Because that was awesome.
I never played it, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it.
My gosh, it was so cool because you got to be clone troopers and did like Splinter Cell stuff, but as clone troopers.
Right.
That was cool.
I never played it.
I watched one of my clone brethren get torn apart by a Wookiee, and I was like, oh no!
What system was this on?
I think it was PlayStation 2.
Was it?
Yeah. But it was a good game.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Then we shot the Wookiee, by the way. I wasn't letting him get away with that.
Right. But you should play Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think it's on the PS4.
I was like the sniper.
The sniper's good in this, but he's not like OP. Like if you shoot someone in the head, they don't die right away. You have to shoot them like 2 or 3 times.
One headshot kills.
What's up?
One headshot kills.
I'm not good at headshots.
I'm not good. Just take fully automatic weapons or the rocket launcher. Dude, rocket launchers are one hit kill. You just hit someone with that.
What's kind of cool about this though is the explosives don't feel OP in this game, which is kind of annoying in games where you're just like chilling and 37 grenades fly over you and you're just like, well, I'm dead.
Did they add Gungans into this game yet? Because that's what I want.
The Gungan weapons are actually really cool.
Dude, you just like throw those little balls at them and they're like, blah, 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 they die.
Yeah,
that's
they
awesome.
have a cool weapon. I wish they would put that in the game.
I know. I wanted to be a Gungan.
Yeah, like I really hate.
Are you like right around in the Gungan? I forget what those things are called.
I really hated Jar Jar, but I loved
Jar Jar.
their weapons. They were so cool.
Yeah.
Like out the shield generators.
Yeah, it was like,
yeah,
like,
and they had like slings with those EMP things.
That's what I want to use instead of a gun. I just want to like it'd be like a grenade launcher essentially, just like, boop, and you zap people and they die.
That would be a cool weapon.
That's what I'm saying.
And they've never, to my knowledge, you have never been able to use that weapon.
I haven't never done it. I like the Wookiee crossbow too. Wookiee crossbow's classic.
You can use that in this game.
Yes.
You can charge it up, or you can just shoot spread. It's so sweet.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, but the really cool thing about the game is you have these classes, right? Which is cool, you know.
Yeah.
You're like an assault, a heavy, officer, or a sniper.
Yeah, sniper's best.
Yeah, and then you get these star cards which modify your class.
So there's more customization now.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But it's random, so like your run would be totally different than my run because of the weapons we would unlock. So it's actually really, really cool.
Sweet.
And they're not like overpowered either, because like one of my abilities was every time the assault got a kill, he gets 25 extra max health.
Oh, cool.
So you can like Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
you
You
can
just
just
stack
stack health.
yourself.
It's sweet. It's a lot of fun. I love it. But there are other things that I don't love about it. Like, some of the weapons are just stupid. I'm only good at one weapon the whole game. I'm trash at every other one. The assault weapon feels like it's gonna like fly out of your hands because the recoil's so
Really?
bad. Yeah, so you're like, pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, it's annoying. And then the specialist weapon feels underpowered. Like when you're sniping, you have to shoot them like, apparently headshots kill one time, but I doubt it.
Dude, headshots are... That's what you want. Was a sniper.
What else? The heavy also gets this cool shield. So
That's
there's
cool.
a shield that pops up around the gun, and you can like walk right into battle. The Jedis feel really cool.
Did they re-add the droidekas yet?
No.
Ah,
The droidekas were really
those
cool.
were cool. Because you just like rolled in, you're just like boom,
Yeah.
and then you just doo-doo, doo-doo.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. I loved it. I was only the droidekas one. I was like, why would I be anything else? Except the SBDs were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Super battle droids.
And you can be the super battle droids in this, and they have jetpacks. It's
Oh, sweet.
it's pretty fun.
They didn't have that last time, did they?
Did
Did they?
I don't know.
I don't think they did. I knew the technician clone troopers had it because you could like jettison yourself.
Right, and that's one thing that's weird about this too is like the in most of the Star Wars Battlefront, like there's a basic class with jetpacks.
Yeah.
And to my knowledge, the basic classes don't have jetpacks.
Oh,
unless
weird.
It's something
So you can equip it?
Yeah, unless it's something you can equip, and I haven't unlocked it yet.
Cool.
You have to like actually get points, and there's no more stupid fucking emblems.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Like, you can't be a Jedi unless you're good. You have to get a certain amount of
Mhm.
points, and then you get to be a Jedi. And guess what? Your Jedi doesn't just lose health over time, which is so stupid.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So you can go in and kill a bunch of people, then hide, regen your health, and go back killing.
That's what
That's
you
the
do
way
as a
you should do
Jedi.
it. Yeah, that's where that's the way they should have done it. So I'm pretty happy about it. I'm thinking about getting it, but the space mode does not allow you to jump in each other's hangars.
Which is dumb because that was the coolest thing.
You can fly in the ship though, like inside with your ship.
Yeah.
into their ship.
But you can't jump out.
You can't jump out though. Like, you can fly inside the ship and do some cool stuff, but like, flying has never been my thing. Like, I never really
never
enjoyed
pilot?
it.
So
No,
I like it,
I do pilot. I just never enjoy it like I do on the ground. You know.
What's cooler? What would you rather have, a X-wing or a TIE fighter?
I think the TIE fighters are cool.
Me too. I think the TIE fighters are way cooler. I
Yeah.
like the sound they make better.
Yeah, I always like the TIE fighters. They're kind of like the bumblebee of ships.
Yeah.
They don't look like they should fly, but they do.
Yeah. I like them.
Yeah.
Their design is way cooler.
Way cooler. Way like the X-wing's basically like, here's a jet. Let's add 2 more wings. Call it a day.
yeah. What do we call it? It kind of looks like an X-wing.
X-wing. There we go. But yeah, as where the TIE fighter was actually like, it was like this little ball inside a T
But
shaped
well,
object.
it's like bow tie
Yeah,
shaped.
a flying bow tie.
Hence TIE fighter.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna spin a random wheel though, which I didn't build this week like I was supposed to.
yeah. We also, a lot of things we were supposed to do this week did not
I was
accomplish.
busy playing Pokemon.
No, I
And-
heard. I heard your dissertation on Pokemon and why it sucks.
That's what I was doing. I was
You were
going
writing.
in depth writing for this show why I hated Pokemon so much in the past games.
So what topics
But I'm gonna
do we
spend
have?
today. We have games we gamed as always. The game feels the game
Like game design.
yeah game design, and we're gonna talk about why the games.
chair.
Those are our texts. And then animal facts because
You're
people
really good at
people
animal
on
facts.
Twitter were okay with the animal facts. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, cool, I like that," and I'm gonna retweet it. And I
Do
was
you
like,
have more animal facts? Animal facts?
I could probably pull some.
Because I didn't do.
I know
any
some cool
studying.
things about animals that I can probably remember.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And then spoopy stories because it's Halloween. It's ghoul season. You know.
Witching
so
season.
yeah, we're gonna add some spook stories and spook themes to our shows for this because I thought it'd be cool to do some theme stuff. Maybe next month we'll do, I don't know, hairstyles because it's No Shave November. I don't really know.
Already there.
I'm gonna grow a mustache next month. Yeah.
Perfect.
You can get excited, internet. I'm gonna grow a really crappy mustache, and then we're gonna talk about what we think is the scariest monster.
Scariest monster.
Yeah, and I don't really have like a set what that's about, but we'll figure it out if we get there.
All right, what do we get? That's
I'm
the
gonna
first one
click
you're
it.
gonna roll through?
Game feels. We're
Game
gonna talk
feels.
about game feels first.
So like game design stuff.
Yeah, game design stuff.
Okay.
We just watched a video you showed me a couple minutes ago
The
about
Ego Raptor video.
Yeah, Eagle Raptor video, which he does some pretty good reviews, and his show is just entertaining in general.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
he did a game review on Mega Man and why
Yeah.
Mega Man was so good. And then we put this helmet here because it's also really cool
Yeah,
if you own
it's
a
cool.
Mega Man helmet. But that was a cool review, and he broke down why the game was good, why people liked it.
Right.
So do you want to start? Do you have...
Well, we were just talking about game design, really. Like,
Yeah.
The Star Wars stuff. That's a perfect example of game design.
Yeah, and poor game design.
Well-
and Pokemon. Let me tell you about some more poor game designs.
Well, really, the thing about Pokemon is it's not really bad game design, it's bad story development.
Well, the problem was story development because there wasn't any in the
Yeah.
original games.
So, like, that isn't really game design because ultimately the game is really the same as it's always been. It's just
But they
new
tried...
flavor.
They tried to add a story
Yeah.
in black and white. Okay?
It wasn't a bad story. The guy was trying to destroy the world. Spoiler alert. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. And then there was the guy who was like kind of an anti-hero, and he's like, I like Pokemon. I want to set them all free. I'm a liberal in this world. And I was like, what?
Right.
Why did you add this in?
Yeah.
But I didn't like the story aspect. I want to do a couple things when I play Pokemon. I want to catch Pokemon.
You want to fight Pokemon.
I want to fight Pokemon, and I want to be the best, like no one ever was. I didn't need the story. I
Right.
don't care about those characters. I'm not invested.
Right. I feel it.
Like in that universe, like it wasn't even Kanto or Johto or any of the established regions. It's this new region which I have no reason to care about at all.
Mm-hmm.
And new Pokemon, which I didn't care about because I don't know if you remember the starters from that season, but they weren't good.
No, I don't.
So that's where the problem started. And then it went progressively into being a terrible game.
Yeah. Well, again, this is story stuff. Like, really, they could tell a compelling story
Yeah.
and it not be like weird and forced. Like, because that's
Yeah.
not. They're trying to say, hey, how do we keep up with the times? Well, let's do something new story wise. But the story was never the problem. It was the gameplay that was fun, and they're not changing the gameplay at all.
Yeah, it's true. But there's a thing that they added into it, another factor, if you will, that they added into the game, which really bugs me, and also would you if you played them, because I know that both of us hate dialogue, and
Yeah.
we'll skip it.
Yeah, I skipped that.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I know there's people also that do care and like dialogue, but I didn't need so much of it, and that's what they did with the new games, is they added a whole bunch of dialogue. When it's a lot of forced dialogue,
Mm,
I don't like that, because then it's just me hitting A for 5 minutes.
yeah.
My thumb can only press A so many times.
Right. And I think
get
it's more
arthritis.
fun when you like tell a story through gameplay,
Yeah.
right? So the game and the story go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how everything. I love modern games. I think it's a step in the right direction mechanic wise, but the simplicity, the niceness of learning how to play a game as you play it, understanding the story as you play it, is
Mhm.
completely gone almost. Except for in indie titles,
Yeah.
like they
Now
hold
they
your
just-
hand constantly.
Yeah. Oh my. Dude,
Yeah.
I've been playing, like I said, the new Pokemon, and it's so streamlined now. Like in the older games,
Yeah.
for example.
They didn't tell you about EVs and all that other junk.
Yeah. They also didn't tell you if they wanted you not to go into an area at a certain level, right?
Yeah.
They would place a random character there that would be like, oh man, I'm real thirsty. You can't pass here till you give me a drink. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I need to find an item that I can give to this guy before I get it.
Or wake up Snorlax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's a Sudowoodo in the way. I need a watering can for it. I need to put water on it, right?
Yeah.
There is a thing blocking me that makes sense. In the new games, I'm trying to walk to a new place, and the guy's like, you can't go there.
Right.
And then I go to the next one, and they're like, you can't go there. I was like, there's nothing stopping me. You're not in my way.
Mm-hmm.
And I can clearly walk around you, and they're like, hold up, can't do that. I'm like, this feels so non-organic, and it peeves me. It really grinds my gears.
Like, if that happened in real life, you'd be like, I'm living in a simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate that, right? I hate when you get pulled out of a game because of poor design choices like that.
Yeah.
Like, you should let people go anywhere, but when they go to this certain area, oh shit, I'm fighting a level 30 Pokemon.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think, Final Fantasy did that, didn't they? Or,
a lot of RPGs
if you walked into an area you weren't supposed to be in, you just got boned.
Yeah, that's like Breath of the Wild. Like, they did
it
so perfectly.
Yeah, which they allow you to walk in where you're going to get messed up.
But you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because
I like that. And you learn organically.
Yeah, and I hate tutorials. I skip tutorials.
Me too.
If I have an option to skip a tutorial, I'm going to do it.
I'll just press buttons till I figure it out.
And then when I get into the game, I'm going to figure it out. But, like, you gotta teach people through gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, the way Mario did it, and the way Mega Man did it was, you always experience an obstacle in a controlled setting where you can't die if you make a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they are like, oh, here you go. Here's this obstacle again, but you can die here. But you know what to do because you already did it.
It's like building blocks. They give you building blocks, and you do the next thing on top of the information they already gave you. So you're like, I know how this works. Then they add another element on it, and they just build off of
and then at the end, you get like the ultimate form of that element where it's very difficult to accomplish. And when you accomplish it, not only do you feel like you learned something, but you're like, wow, that was hard.
Yeah, and you did it without doing a tutorial.
Yeah, you did it without anybody telling you
wasting
how to do
your
it.
time for 20 minutes. Ugh.
And I wish games would more go. I really love open world games.
Yeah,
right?
I do too.
Perfect example.
I love
like
walking around.
Open world is the best, but always. But I never feel attached to the world, or I have a harder time feeling attached to the world when a game's open world.
I feel like I've lived a large portion of my life in Skyrim.
Well, that's what I mean. Like Skyrim, you get to tell your own story, but I was never like attached to the world. You know what I mean? I was never attached to a location.
Yeah.
You get attached to a location because the quest was good or the characters were good, the story that you were told while you were there was good. I never felt that in Skyrim.
Which is why I didn't care about the new regions in Pokemon, because it was a new region that I wasn't attached to.
Right. So I think in Skyrim, if every town in the next Elder Scrolls, if every town had specific quests that were like totally different, totally dynamic, I maybe will like enjoy a region and like get attached to the world. But when you just let a player do whatever, they tend to just go around looking for loot.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And then that's it. You know, you're just like, oh, I got this new sword that I'm never going to use. 37 potions that I'm going to put away just in case I need them. Just in case.
37? That's a low amount.
But
a lot more
I'm never going to use it. Here's 37 cheese wheels because I might need those too.
We streamed Skyrim for a little bit a while ago.
Yeah.
It's really funny because my one friend just picked up a bunch of kettles.
Yeah.
Which I was not okay with because
they're heavy. They're
heavy and in my way where I need those potions that I might need in the future. I need inventory. Yeah, I never use them. But I need the inventory space just in case. And he dropped a lot of my magic items that I had picked up during it was one playthrough. We were playing one character.
Oh, you were like trading.
Yeah, so he dropped some of my magic stuff that I was going to sell for these pots, and I was like, oh, no, you didn't. So he wasn't there the next week, and I dropped his pots into the river, and they went down a waterfall, and he never found them again. It was so satisfying. And then I went back and found my stuff.
I wonder if that would be like a cool game design idea where you like play an RPG, and then after a certain amount of time, somebody else plays it, and you get to watch what they do.
Yeah.
That might be cool. That might be a cool game.
Like a multiple personalities thing? You just like sit in the back of the head and
some kind of multi-personality thing where you have to like work together to accomplish a goal, but maybe the person you're playing with is not on your side.
That's interesting.
That would be a cool game design idea.
That's pretty. I like it.
Yeah.
We should make that happen. But what are some other games that have some pretty cool designs that make you go back and want to play those games over?
Let's
and
think
over
about
again?
like a modern game that's done that, because I can't think of a modern game that really taught me how to play by just playing.
No, they don't
Yeah.
anymore. That's a large problem, I think, with the new games. I mean, shooters are all pretty much the same, so
Right.
you don't really go to tutorials that way. I guess those are the only games I would assume they don't hold your hand through it, because they're like, all right, the trigger button, shoot.
Surprisingly though, shooters really do like hold your hand.
I guess.
Like
I haven't really played a lot of shooters
Yeah, shooters
recently.
kind of like, oh, if you duck behind cover, you will be safe. Well, duh, you don't need to tell me that. You
Yeah.
shouldn't tell me that.
Yeah, that's a thing that people should just know, I
Yeah.
think.
Like it's unimmersive.
Yeah.
Like-
It takes you out of the game. It really just pulls you
Yeah.
out, and it's like...
And the best game moments you're gonna have and you've ever had
Mhm.
were moments where you went like undistracted, where you were just like,
you're totally immersed. You're
Yeah.
in the game,
and then there's that moment, that thing that happens, and you just get pulled out, and
It's
you're
like-
just like,
like, thanks, I knew.
I still live my shitty life. I thought I was a warrior in the middle of some mythical land, and now I'm Justin Moyer.
And now this stupid voice in my head is telling me that I can crouch and circle. Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I gathered that when I crouched on accident.
So I
20
can't really
minutes
think
ago.
of. Can you think of like a game like Shovel Knight did a fantastic job? It's a more modern game, but it's an indie game.
I think indie games would be the way to go if you're looking for a game
Yeah.
that does that, because they don't really explain a lot in indie games.
But I think that's why gaming was like people became so obsessive about it and loved it so
Mhm.
much, because it
You had to figure it out.
gives you this reward.
Yeah.
Like this reward thing in your brain.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, oh, look, I figured this out. Nobody told me how to do it. Especially back in the Super Nintendo days.
Yeah.
In the Nintendo days, like unless you had one of those cheat code books, which were expensive, or
Yeah.
internet access, you didn't
Yeah.
know how to beat the game. You had to figure it out.
It's true.
And nowadays you don't have to do that. Like if you get lost in a game, they're just like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, every NPC in the game is like, I just met you, but I feel like you should do this. And you're like, it's weird. The last 4 people told me the same thing.
Right. Or they just put the marker on your map and it's like constantly bothering you. Like, here, go here, go here,
Literally,
go here.
that's the thing that makes me so angry about the newest Pokemon, is because you had to figure it out before as a puzzle, right?
Yeah.
The world's a puzzle. You had to figure it out. And now they give you a map that has a giant flag where you're supposed to go. And if you try to go anywhere else, they don't let you. And I'm like, this is the most railroaded nonsense that I have ever played.
That makes sense. Like, that bothers me. I hate
Yeah.
invisible walls.
Oh,
I hate
my
blockades
God.
that have no reason to be there. I hate that crap.
Invisible walls irk me so much.
Yeah.
Which in old games it was just restrictive because that's where their world ended, because that's like all they
Right.
programmed. But you're just like, I can see a thing that I want to go to.
Yeah. But there's this tiny barricade and I
Yeah.
can't get over it.
It's like, dink, dink, dink,
Right.
dink. Ah,
I hate that.
that's dumb.
I think it's a shame that we went from, classic games that were so people thought about them so much. How are we going to show the player? Because they didn't really have a good way to convey information back then.
Yeah.
So they had to come up with plans and ideas to convey this, not only the story but how you play it without explicitly saying it. And
Yeah.
now in the modern world,
They just tell you.
they just tell you.
Like, these kids are dumb. Just tell them how to play so they...
Yeah, and it kind of takes the magic away. Like Dark
Yeah.
Souls does it perfectly.
Oh my gosh,
Where-
that's a good example, because those games don't tell you anything.
The problem with Dark Souls though is it doesn't really teach you how to play.
Ever. Yeah. They're extreme. They went extreme
They
with
went
it.
extreme, but it was good. Especially it was good in how players were allowed to leave messages to each other.
Yeah.
That was a really cool system
That was cool.
where you could just you could troll people, or you could actually give them hints because you played this game.
Mhm.
That was nice. I enjoyed that a lot. But at the same time, they didn't have that nice,
There wasn't a balance. They were an extreme
Yeah.
on the other end where they're like, you know nothing.
you know nothing and you don't know where to go.
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell you.
Yeah. And they really just let you go anywhere. They don't care.
Yeah, it's open world as well.
Which I prefer that over
I do prefer
the
it.
direction.
I prefer it as well. I think that's why Dark Souls did well, because it still had that old school
Yeah.
magic where you didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
And if you went to the wrong place, you're about to get fucked.
Yeah, and then if you found something out, you're like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I could
Look
do
what I
this the
did.
entire time?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a good example.
That's a perfect example.
They did
of,
good.
like-
Good job, Dark Souls.
Yeah, good job. Was it Konami?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it Konami?
Maybe not. I don't really know.
I don't know who made Dark Souls.
They did good, though.
They did a fantastic job. But I can't think of any other games except for indie games, like I said. Because Skyrim, remember Morrowind? Did you ever play Morrowind?
Yeah.
Morrowind did not tell you crap. It was
Yeah.
like, go past this boulder, you're going to see a sign, take a left, there's going to be an obscure flower, take a right, there you go. That's where you got to go. And there's no marks, no quests. You just
You
like...
just had to go.
Yeah, and you would often stumble upon, oh, here's a cave.
Yeah.
I accidentally stumbled upon it. What's in there? Oh, there's vampires. You know?
That's always the best. Vampires.
Yeah. And then Oblivion was like, here's where you need to go. It wasn't so bad.
Did you play Skyrim expansions?
Yeah.
Did you go vampire werewolf?
I think I went werewolf.
Really?
Yeah. I was trying to prevent the vampires from blocking out the sun.
I went vampire, and then I became like the Dracula equivalent, and it was
Yeah.
real cool. And I got a castle for free.
Yeah. But that's another thing.
Those are good old days, and you can just kill one guy and get a castle for free. You know, I can't do that anymore.
No, you can't.
Get arrested.
Gotta kill several.
Yeah. But yeah.
I think you should always design your game simple enough so you can figure out the controls.
Yes.
You know,
By just pressing buttons.
by just pressing buttons. And I think that your systems you should be able to look up the information if you need to, but not be forced to read the information.
Yeah. You know what the worst games are? The
Mm.
ones that don't let you do the action until you do the tutorial.
I hate that so
Like, I've been
much.
pressing... I press circle, it doesn't do anything, and then they're like,
Press circle.
press circle the slide. I'm like, I did that, and you didn't do anything. And they're like,
Yeah.
here it is now.
Yeah.
Like, thanks. Thank you.
I don't like tutorials at all. Like, I'm less likely to learn how to play the game if you
Because I skip them.
Because I skip it.
I
yeah.
just don't pay attention.
I just don't pay attention, and then because they don't design it to explain to me how it works, I don't know how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
So
But those are some examples.
that was a good
Let's,
game design
let's,
chat.
let's go to our random spinner again.
And again, games are like creative, so some people might like those things, some people might not. But I would like to see more games. I personally would like to see more games that do like little to no
Yeah.
hand-holding.
Explanations.
Yeah, or like let's do it new ways. Let's do something different, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, think about health as a perfect example, and I'm getting back into this, but health is a perfect example of where, in traditional games, you had to have a health bar, right?
Because you didn't know.
You couldn't, like, blur the screen or all the cool stuff they do nowadays,
Yeah.
right? And then someone said, hey, let's blur the screen. And then that became, like, the standard for
Yeah.
FPSs. You
You're
know?
like, oh, well, I'm starting not to be able to function. I'm probably dying.
Yeah, so my big thing is, like, I like these systems, and I think they're good systems, but I think we should try to make new systems, because your system might be what everybody copies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Health is kind of boring now, you know? It used to be health bars, which was fun.
Yeah.
And then it was, when you hit them, numbers would fly off of them, which is
Yeah.
cool, too.
You're like, all right.
That's pretty cool. And now it's like, oh, I'm blurry, and I'm breathing heavily. I'm probably going to die.
Yeah.
I need to take cover.
I'm limping.
Yeah. And then
I need to stick myself with a stem pack, and
Yeah.
that makes everything better.
Right. So I think that there's cooler ways to do things, and that's my biggest beef. Is like we should be looking how to do new
upgrade.
things and not just copy.
Yeah.
And that's where indie games are so beautiful because they have that freedom.
Yeah.
And money is the issue why we don't push the limits. Money is the issue why Pokemon doesn't get better. Because they don't want to go too far out of the box because they know what works, they know what sells.
Digimon.
And they have a large company. Digimon. And they have a large company. They have to pay. You know, they have to pay
Yeah.
those salaries. They can't afford to work outside the box. So it's really up to indie devs to take the chances because they're already not making money.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Now you can spin the wheel. I'm done.
why don't you spin the wheel? Just spin our invisible wheel. I always spin it. Okay.
I don't have it on my phone.
No, you're just spinning the invisible wheel. It's
Oh,
not
well,
there.
It's
yeah.
spinning.
All right, we're gonna talk about some monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah, this is a kind of an abrupt switch, but we're gonna talk about some monsters now.
The
Welcome to
scariest
October.
monster?
Scariest monster.
Okay, you got that.
Like, okay, so scariest monster in the sense of what do you think is the most terrifying? Like vampires, werewolves, ghosts. I think ghosts probably up there because you can't do anything to them, right?
I don't know. Ghost isn't something that I think is scary.
No.
Yeah, because they're more like imps, you know. In the they're like mischievous. They don't really do anything. They just bug you and scare you, and you do things to yourself because you're afraid.
Okay.
You know.
So, with werewolves, there's a very physical worry that I would have is like they will tear me apart, right?
Yeah, werewolves are scary.
But I think they're just on par with like Bigfoot. He could do the same thing.
I mean, a monkey could do the same thing. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just an animal.
Yeah.
I fear it because it could kill me, but I feel like that wouldn't be the worst.
Right. Vampires aren't really scary either because they don't always kill people. Sometimes they make people vampires, you know? So
Which is kind of cool.
There's like a 30% chance you're going to be like a badass vampire. Now.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it 30? Did you look up the statistics
No,
on that?
I'm just throwing numbers out there.
Oh.
70% of percentages are just made up.
All right, what
stuff.
about Frankenstein's monster? Where's he at?
Not really scary.
Not really scary.
I think if like someone really did sew a bunch of people parts
That's pretty
together,
messed up.
it'd
Like
be
a
pretty
flesh
scary.
golem.
But at the same time,
That's what he is essentially.
Yeah, he's a flesh golem. But at the same time, like he's probably got stitches. You could just rip his arm off.
Yeah. What about like an animated armor, like an automaton? Isn't an automaton scary?
I don't know. I feel like it would be if I didn't have a brain. You know, or if I was in a small room and didn't have any planning.
Yeah.
But if you've seen an automaton from far away coming at you,
You walk away.
you just like walk away, or if you break its arm or leg, now what is it gonna do?
It can't fix itself. I
Yeah.
guess. And it doesn't have the instinct to run away, so it's
Yeah.
just kind of gonna.
Now it's a gimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so automaton's low on the scale.
Very low. I think what's scary is like demons.
Okay, because they can possess you.
They can possess you.
That's
they
messed
can
up.
kill
You can't really do anything to them.
Yeah.
Essentially.
They're other dimensional, so they kind of
How do you
can
fight
just
it?
come and go. You know.
Yeah.
Assuming and except for the holy water
And they can
nonsense.
kind of like they can kill you from like the inside.
Yeah, they can do a lot of crazy stuff.
Like they can make you mess you up, and that's not okay.
Right, that's scary. I think demons are pretty scary.
I think witches are pretty scary too.
Right.
Because they're not gonna physically assault you. They could physically assault you, but they could also like cast
Do some voodoo on you.
crazy magic and like curse you.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Just make you have a heart attack. Just
Yeah. Or like the voodoo priests, voodoo shamans. Those are scary because they do all kinds of weird. I think that's more demonic too. Like maybe they have deals with demons that do that.
It's not really like a real fear though. It's like a. It's not like a fear. Like if you were trapped in a room with witch, you'd be like.
I'd be off put.
Yeah, you'd be slightly uncomfortable. But the thing that's scary about witches is you don't know what they can and can't do.
Yeah.
Like
they're ambiguous. That's why witches are scary.
Right, but they're not the scariest monster.
Yeah.
Like if I was
That's
trapped
true.
in a room with a witch, I'd probably just be like, "How are you?"
But not if you were in a room with a werewolf.
No,
because you'd
if
be
you're
like,
in a-
it's
But
gonna
you
eat
would
me.
know that you could kill it and that it doesn't have any special abilities other than it's a wolf.
Okay.
It would be as scary as being trapped in a room with a wolf.
Fair enough. What about Mothman?
Mothman's scary because if he looks at you, he burns you.
Yeah, right? He's got to be up there.
He's scary. And
What-
he's also scary because you don't know what he can do.
yeah, he's like interdimensional. And he could like shift around. He could fly. So you can't run away from him really,
No,
because he's gonna catch you.
And if you're trapped in a room with him, he's just gonna burn you.
He's gonna burn, or maybe he won't. Maybe he's nice though.
Maybe he's not.
We don't know.
You don't know. That's even scarier. You know.
It's like witches, but worse.
Have you ever had somebody walk up to you? And like they're acting really sketch.
Yeah.
And you're.
I've been
like,
in Detroit, so
It's scary though, right? You're like, what is this person
Yeah.
going to do?
Yeah.
That I feel like Mothman would have that effect.
oh,
Where
okay.
you're like-
so you're
sketched
like,
out.
"Ugh,
You're
ugh,
like-
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
please."
what are you gonna do to me? I don't know if you're good or bad. Are you gonna hug me? You gonna stab me? You gonna ask for some change?
You
I
gonna
don't
burn
know.
me?
Yeah,
You gonna eat my soul? I don't really.
and that's scary about people too. Like, have you ever been like in close quarters with a sketchy person?
Yeah, I said I went to Detroit.
It's so uncomfortable. You're
It's
just
very uncomfortable. I don't know what to say.
You're like, are you gonna stab
Because I'm
me?
normally a pretty pleasant person.
Right.
I try to be nice to people.
Right.
I've also been to Walmart, so
Walmart.
it's like the same thing.
Somewhat close quarters.
Walmart's like localized Detroit.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, it's like Detroit, but on a smaller scale.
Small scale, mini Detroit.
There's some scary people there.
People are scary
I
monsters.
will put people on the scary monsters list. Like, you don't know if someone's like a serial killer.
Right. Right.
I'll put them probably above werewolves on the scary monster list.
Yeah, I think I would be like if a wolf. I was trapped in a room with a wolf, right?
Yeah.
I would be like, okay.
I know what he's gonna do.
I know what he's gonna do.
He's gonna try to murder me.
He's gonna
But
try to
that
eat
person, I don't know what he might wait.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
might poison me.
Yeah.
He might stab me.
In my sleep.
He might just be really
He might
annoying.
yeah. Maybe that's almost worse. I think
Right.
driving me insane. I think people are above werewolves on the list.
Above vampires too.
Yeah.
Because you might survive from a vampire attack.
That's true.
You know.
You might survive a person attack too, I guess though.
Yeah, but
But people can go out in the daylight.
well, on top of that, people can like be really nice to you, and you think they're your friend, and then they just literally stab you in the back of the face.
That's true.
That's scary.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah, like you see a vampire, and you're like, okay, are we gonna
What about-
tussle?
What about sea monsters?
Sea monsters are very scary.
I think top of the chart scary. Only in certain instances.
Right.
Like, I'm not scared of sea monsters like on land.
when you're in Arizona,
Yeah. But
an octopus crawling across the
situationally,
desert.
yes, yeah.
Oh,
I think
no.
situationally,
Yeah,
sea monsters top the chart for me
situationally for
Because-
sure. Yeah,
because those are horrifying,
yeah.
absolutely horrifying. Wait, I'm gonna slip like we always do into conspiracy theories real quick.
Okay.
You ever heard of the bloop?
Yeah, the super loud noise.
Mm-hmm. That
Yeah,
they
the
heard
bloop.
across continents.
And people were saying it was Cthulhu and all
Yeah,
kinds of crazy
the
stuff.
bloop scary.
You think
Because
bloop's
what
scary?
if something's down there, man? Something huge. You could hide a big thing in the ocean because it's really big.
You know another thing about like deep ocean,
Yeah.
things could sink down there, like when a fish dies of natural causes or a large.
Don't fish usually float when they die?
Not all of them. Whales don't always float either. Like some things sink when they die in the ocean. So like,
Whales aren't a fish.
but think about like all those dead carcasses, right?
They float down there. Yeah.
Yeah, that are down there.
There could be a giant carrion feeder down there.
There
Is
could
that
be
what you're
something really nasty down there that eats like dead crabs and stuff.
saying? Well, even things that dive down, like whales dive real far down sometimes. I think the sperm whale
Yeah.
dives really far down to kill things. They eat like squid, but way far down where you can't see. Right. That's why they have the echolocation thing. But what if sometimes those whales don't come back up
Because they get it.
because they get hit by something giant down there?
No, right.
Something that eats whales.
so big that that's scary. Like that's the whole water thing is scary because you have no idea what's in there. Yeah, and that adds a new level of fear because you're just like, what is even down there? Is it like a really large man that's squishy?
Yeah, and
you know.
you've seen like the Japanese sea monsters that are. I think they're Japanese.
What are we talking about?
I think the Japanese were the ones
Like
that saw it. The big white creatures.
Oh, yeah.
The
It's
ones that have like
squishy and
they're kind of humanoid looking ish,
yeah.
but it's like a weird mixture between like a person and a whale. But just swim through the water and they're super creepy and they got like jet black eyes and are scary as all hell. Those are scary.
Yeah.
Like, what if those are connected to the bloop? And
They're connected to the bloop.
yeah, what if there's bigger ones? What if those are just the baby ones? Like, there's baby squids and then there's giant squids, right? What if the big ones that we see are the baby ones?
I mean, I guess it's possible.
Because they wouldn't be where the big ones are, because the big ones eat them, so they go up, right? Higher.
Right. I mean, that's possible. Yeah. That's the thing that's scary. It could be anything.
That's what's scary.
Cthulhu could really be down there.
He could. Krakens. That's the
Krakens are
thing.
just big.
In a lot of... They're not called Krakens across the board, but...
In a lot of cultures, yeah.
Yeah, but there's Kraken-esque creatures down there. Leviathan, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
That's down there.
Giant monster that comes out
Yeah.
of the ocean. Godzilla.
It could be a thing. Like the movie Pacific Rim,
What was that, robot or something? No.
Yeah, they were giant robots, but they were fighting. They called them kaiju,
Yeah.
which were giant monsters, and they were coming through a portal from another world. I'm not saying that's true, but I'm saying kaiju as creatures could be down there.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah.
As long as their body can handle large amounts of pressure, they could be down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if those things were like on land? So I'm moving on to our next monster. What if King Kong-esque things existed?
King Kong's scary.
King Kong is pretty scary.
But he doesn't have that factor, that, like, stealth, I don't know, factor. Because he's a towering...
Okay, but what if there's like a giant chameleon?
No, but you get what I'm saying. Like, they giant monsters, unless they're in the ocean, can't really sneak up on you.
Giant chameleon.
Well, if he takes a step, you know, it's going to be loud.
Maybe. Giant eagle. They don't make steps.
You're going to see him in the sky, though.
I guess.
You see this giant 100 freaking foot eagle, you're going to see it coming.
Maybe. Probably.
Unless it's really cloudy
What
and
if
foggy.
if it's a giant owl then?
Right.
You don't see that coming. It's dark. They fly silently.
So you're saying are giant birds scary?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Are giant birds scary?
Yes.
Okay.
Giant...
What do they rate versus sea monsters, demons, and werewolves? I'm more scared of a giant bird than a werewolf.
Oh, yeah, because they just pick you up. And the way that birds kill things is, like...
Horrifying.
Horrifying. They pick you up, and then they drop you.
Dude, I'm going to put this up at the top of the list, okay?
Okay.
Because sea monsters is top of the list, but situationally. This goes top of the list because it's horrifying. I'm going to take the giant animal thing, right?
Yeah.
Normal house cat.
No.
Times a million. It's King Kong size, but a house cat.
House cat?
Yeah. Super messed up. Dude, house cats are sadistic. They play with their food. They knock them around.
Yeah.
And, like, murder them slowly. That's not okay. Giant house cat, I think.
You would be afraid of a giant house cat?
Yeah, man. They're messed up. I have a cat. He's terrifying, and he's this big.
Right. Yeah, he's pretty scary. He like, goes for your eyeballs.
Yeah. Now imagine that, but King Kong size. I want a movie about that.
A giant cat.
Yeah.
Have you seen the South Park episode where there's giant gerbils? No giant hamsters?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it feels like it would be.
But cat. Cats are scarier than gerbils.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna put that on my list. Giant house cat.
Okay, what's the top of your list? What's the scariest possible thing you can think of?
I don't know. The sea monsters are probably way up there. You know, assuming that you're on the ocean.
Yeah.
Right. Giant birds are also like giant flying monsters are scary because they can get you ocean wherever.
What about aliens? We put them on the list?
Yeah, aliens are pretty crazy. Like assuming that you can't do anything to them or you can't even understand them.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's say that it's like a war time scenario, like a War of the Worlds thing,
That's
where the
super
aliens
scary.
want to just
Yeah.
kill us.
That's super scary.
Why is she laughing?
I don't know.
Chat.
Oh.
Um,
Well, aliens are
aliens
scary.
are on the list for sure because they could do anything.
Yeah, well, they could be super advanced. What if they come down with laser beams and...
Right? Can we even do anything to them?
No. I don't know. You could possibly, because I saw the movie Aliens vs. Cowboys.
Did you? I didn't.
Yeah,
see it.
with
Was it
Daniel
good?
Craig. Yeah, it was like James Bond, but a cowboy, and
He fought aliens.
Yeah, with alien technology that got clipped to his wrist. It's like an alien wristwatch, but it shoots like concussive blasts, and he fights the aliens with a bunch of other cowboys, and it was pretty great.
But think about the thing that's scary about aliens for me is what if they can manipulate you entirely?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be creepy. Or they could like kill you in so advanced ways that you like,
Yeah.
you know,
I think
you suffer ultimately or something.
I think an iRobot scenario would be...
You think robots are scary?
Yeah. Well, robots that think for themselves, I think, are scary. Like, I don't think Gundams, essentially, would be scary, because that's like a robot suit thing that we're controlling, right?
Yeah.
So that's just normal. That'd be like, I'm scared of tanks, because they blow things up.
Right. Tanks are scary.
But I think proliferating robots that create robot armies and try to take over the world because they're like, destroy all humans, we don't need you anymore, that's scary.
That is scary.
And they can find you they're infinite. They have like infinite robots.
Yeah.
That's kind of top of the list for me. I'm
Robots?
scared. I'm most scared of robots.
You're most scared of robots.
Dude, I'm so scared
Even
of like...
in like water, in a water situation.
Yeah, dude, they got a boat bots.
Boatbots.
Robots can go. Yeah,
Boatbot.
I think bottom of the list is probably slow zombies.
Yeah, zombies don't scare me at all.
Well, fast ones scare me a little bit, but
You know what's is scary though? Parasites.
ew.
Like,
Yeah,
imagine
okay, that's a good. So it's like a plague scenario where these parasites are taking over,
Yeah.
and then you're the host, and then
A parasite entity that comes to Earth and like
Ew.
starts taking over and reproducing with us.
Yeah.
Like, into us, into
so
other things.
yeah, we become like the ants that one fungus takes over.
Yeah, and then
it
they-
makes some zombie ants.
Yeah.
That's messed up. So like an outside source comes like a venom meteor, right?
Yeah.
Meteor hits and oh, dude! Basically, it's just the thing. We just explained the thing.
The thing.
The movie, The Thing. The
Yeah.
thing where it is a parasite, but it looks like other people, and then
That's so scary. Like,
That's really
imagine
scary.
waking up and every
that
single
movie's
person.
underrated, by the way.
It is. But imagine waking up and every person in your life
Could
is
be a
different person, like a different being, and
they
you don't.
could
you
be
can't
a
even
scary
tell.
alien.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gross.
That's scary.
That's top 3 at least.
Top 3. So sea monsters is up there, probably 2.
I'm gonna put it at 2 because it's just situational. I think
What about
you.
giant birds? Where are you gonna put that? Because that's scary too.
I'm gonna put giant animals at 3.
Just giant animals.
giant animals in general. I'm gonna put it 3 because they're not as scary as the sea monsters. Because I
Yeah.
feel like sea monsters would be more terrifying.
Yeah.
But it's situationally, so it's not number 1. I think you nailed it. I think parasitic organisms that could take over the human race. That's gonna be number 1.
Yeah, like a Dead Space situation.
Yeah.
Dead Space was probably one of the
Ugh.
scariest games I've ever played. And they took, I love it. Like Dead Space is probably one of my favorite horror games. But they were these parasite entities that turned you into this crazy freaking nasty
Yeah.
monster. Mm.
That's number 1. Let's top on the list.
That's top on the list for you.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd robots go? Dropped all the way to number 4?
Okay, no. Anyway, I'm gonna drop the giant animals down to 4. Robots are
3?
3.
Yeah. I think sea monsters are probably number 2 for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Parasite's probably number 1. That's scary.
I'm gonna agree.
Yeah, because
100%.
you already got that sketchiness of people. Like, I couldn't even... Like,
Yeah.
right now, you could have a parasite in you, and I would have no idea. Right.
I don't think the parasite would hate the new Pokemon games as much as I do.
But yeah, I think that's the scariest thing. Because that could be anything. It could be alien, it could be a sea monster, it could be anything. And we just haven't...
We don't know.
We don't know, yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah. And what if it can modify you, too? Like, it makes you look people while it's in stealth mode, and then it decides to modify you into
No.
this nasty...
Then I have like Resident Evil, like my head pops off and it's like a eel thing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's scary. I think that's the scariest thing. And then sea monsters is number 2 for me. For sure.
Yeah, I don't like anything out there, and
No.
I don't want to know.
I
I
just
think we should just drain the sea and forget about it.
It's scary to me thinking about being eaten while drowning.
Yeah, that's like 2 of the worst things combined.
Combine them together, and that's what you have with sea monsters.
Did you hear about... this is completely unrelated. Did you hear about the guy who took this reporter down in his submarine? He's like a personally owned submarine, right?
Yeah.
He took this reporter down to do something, and then they ended up finding her cut into pieces, like murdered, cut into pieces, and the pieces were released into like the water. Because that's the thing that happened. And then this guy like said he didn't kill her.
What?
Yeah. He's like, I didn't do it. And they're like, who else did it? You were in a submarine underwater. Who would dismember this girl?
That's super creepy.
Yeah.
What if there's like ghosts or something at the bottom of the
I think he probably just...
He probably just killed her, right?
Which is
but what if he
unfortunate.
didn't?
Alien parasite got into this person and swam down to the submarine where it decided to be a serial killer.
Well, think about this. Biologically,
Yeah.
right? You have to be different to live at the bottom of the ocean. So we have no idea what could be down there and how they traverse things.
Atlantis.
Like-
What if the Atlanteans exist down there? Oh, dude. And then they're gonna kill the surface dwellers.
And they just murder people in submarines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a thing.
That's crazy. I never heard that story. That's so messed up.
What, Atlanteans or the submarine?
Submarine.
Yeah, it happened recently too. You can Google that. It's messed up. It's just not okay. And then he was like, she did die on my submarine, but I didn't kill her. She hit her head when she was trying to leave the submarine, and then the hatch closed on her and hit her head real hard, and she died. Right? That's what he said. But then they were like, but why was her body cut up into pieces?
Well, the hatch kept falling on her, obviously.
I was like, your defense is terrible. But also it's super sad, and it was shocking to me. I was like, why would you do that?
Right. That's like the worst way to cover up murder ever.
Yeah.
You're the only one there.
Poor girl.
That's scary.
Yeah.
And that's more to the scary.
That's a scary movie, if you think about it.
Right.
Like, you're down in a submarine with a crazy person.
Right.
You can't get out because
Or
you're
a
drowned.
panic room.
Yeah, that too.
You go in a panic room and there's actually the murderers in the panic room.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. That is scary.
But underwater, where you really can't get away, otherwise you drown.
Yeah.
You're like way far
That's
underwater.
why sea monsters are so scary, man. Are they going to drown you or are they going to eat you? Or are they going to do a little bit of both? Take some nibbles while you drowned.
I don't like that at all. What if they just drag you down? Like, they don't even eat you. They just, like, pull you down. Ugh, that's so gross.
You want to spin the
Yeah,
wheel?
let's spin it. That was a good discussion
Scary
about
monsters.
spook stories for Halloween.
Halloween.
Alright, we're spinning the wheel when we got the same thing again, so I'm gonna spin it again. Then there's another one. Oh, those spoopy stories. Going along with the Halloween theme. Let's go spoopy stories.
I want to talk about those stupid trail cameras again.
Okay, those are really scary.
If anybody hasn't seen it, there's all kinds of pictures on the internet.
Go on YouTube and search spooky trail cam
Yeah.
footage. It's really unsettling because there's just pictures of people.
The scariest ones is where there's like completely naked people just there. And you know, it could be set up, but if it isn't, why are they out there? You know, it doesn't tell you the story. You're just like, what is going on?
Yeah, you don't have enough
information.
Yeah. It's just a picture of some random person. And a lot of times they, like, are next to a deer.
Yeah, or
which
another
that's
animal.
weird, because normally deer would run from people. Right?
Yeah.
Why is that deer there standing next to this person that's naked in the woods at 3 a.m.?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Or the ambiguous eyes and whatnot. There's just so many crazy things.
That gives me goosebumps.
And trail cams are just scary in general. They take pictures of things at dark when something walks by.
Yeah.
Anything can walk by, including naked people, apparently.
But why are they out there?
Well, why are they naked?
Is there a scary story that has happened to you? You have any ghost stories, or?
I'm gonna have to think about that. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that was absolutely terrifying. Oh, actually, I do have a really good story.
Okay.
And it was terrifying.
Did this happen to you?
It did happen to me.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Uh-huh.
I was at a friend's house, and they stayed in the sketchy apartment complex.
Okay.
So I had fallen asleep.
All right.
And I was in, like, that dream state, right? Where you're, like, half awake, half asleep, but you know what's going on around you?
Yeah.
Someone had come in the room with me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I was sleeping, like, the doors right in front of me, and I was sleeping on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
They had come in, and they were eating my cotton candy. I had, like, cotton candy next to me. They were just eating it. And not like a civilized human being where you take off a piece and you put it in your mouth. They're just, like, smashing it in. Yeah, okay. And if you know anything about cotton candy,
it's good.
When you put it in your mouth,
it melts.
Your saliva just, like, makes it melt. So it's really gross. It's sticky. It's nasty. Well, this person was eating my cotton candy, and they threw up on me and ran out. By the time I woke up, and I was like... Because I was like, it was like sleep paralysis or something. Like, I was half awake, and then I was just like, by the time I got up to do something, they had already ran out. It just happened so fast. It was so scary. It was weird.
When you woke up, did you have sticky vomit on you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not even kidding, dude.
What?
And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like, yeah. It was crazy. Yeah. And I had, like, cotton vomit on me And I was also salty because there
Ew.
was like a little tiny ball of saliva covered
No.
cotton filth.
That's
Yeah.
horrifying.
It was
so someone
horrifying.
could have walked in there and like,
Some meth head or something. I don't know, man. But they were out of their
even
mind.
if it's just a person, that's terrifying.
It was a person. It was a human being. Came in there, ate my cotton candy, puked on me, and left. I think that they didn't realize they were in the wrong house or something. But I did not have to. It happened so quick.
That's-
I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you're like half awake. You don't really respond, or your responses are delayed. Yeah. So I thought that I had dreamed it.
Because that's
just
crazy
absurd,
thing to happen,
right?
It
But then
doesn't-
there's cotton vomit on me. So
Oh,
it was
that's disgusting.
that was a scary story.
Ew.
It was like absolutely terrifying. I was shaking because I'm like, did this just happen?
I would
'Cause
be
it was so unreal.
I would be shooketh if that.
I was shooketh.
Oof. That is a scary story. Wow, that's a good one. I don't have anything that's gonna top that one.
It was so scary. This place was crazy though. Like the stories about this place, a guy scaled 3 balconies like straight up. So it was like, I don't know, 20 feet,
That's pretty
20
high.
3D
3D.
20 feet in there, and he climbed balcony to balcony to break in someone's house and steal all their things.
It's a lot of work.
Well, they had like big
Help?
screen TVs and consoles and stuff. He took it all.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
it was crazy. And they would hold people up, like in the parking lot. You'd be going out to take trash, and somebody would hold you up with a gun. The place was super sketch.
Wow.
There's meth labs, all kinds of crazy stuff. It's in Sandusky, Pioneer Trail, the Timbs.
Remind me never to go there.
Yeah, don't go there. It's not a fun place. You get puked
Wow.
on. People eat your cotton candy. You know.
Those are the worst. Oh, that's a pretty scary story, though.
Yeah, that's a scary story.
Real life scary. I have a ghost story
Okay.
that I don't think I ever told you. Maybe I did, but it's
don't-
pretty
I
good.
don't
I'm gonna
think
tell
I've
you
ever
anyway.
Heard any
So
ghost
I was
stories.
also over at a friend's house. Okay.
Okay. I think the key, the moral of the
Don't
story.
go to friends' houses.
Don't go to your friend's house.
Yeah. I was at a friend's house, and I was staying the night. We played video games super late,
Yeah.
and then he decided, I'm going to go to bed.
And I'm gonna give you the scratchy blanket.
I did have the scratchy blanket. And I was sleeping in a chair, like
Yeah.
a recliner,
Yeah.
in his game room. So I'm gonna set the scene for you real quick.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
upstairs.
Mhm.
Once you go up the stairs, you then make a U-E. So the stairs go up, then you come down a short hallway. His room is on the left. Then there's a long hallway, bathroom at the end, directly in the hallway.
Okay.
And then to the left of that bathroom is his game room.
Right.
It's a tinier upstairs. In this hallway that leads to the bathroom, there are 2 tiny, old-fashioned, low doors.
Yeah.
Spoopy. Super spoopy.
Right.
Okay?
Architectural spoop.
Just to preface this whole story, there is a bed in the one spoopy tiny room that was built in the room. It's a big brass bed, like military style, old school 1800s bed, right? That was clearly built in there because it doesn't fit to come out. So it's built. The room was built around it. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
This bed.
Right.
So that's creepy.
That is creepy. Was it like is that where they put like the hunchback or something?
I don't know. That's the scary thing. Like they had to build this room around this bed. There's no way it would fit through the tiny door.
Right. Well, at least they gave the hunchback a nice bed.
Yeah, I mean it lasted. So that's scary. On the other side, other tiny little door, we went in there. There's nothing really in there but like scattered trash and stuff. But in there we found these weird tarot card things. Like old-looking tarot cards.
Right.
Why would that be inside the walls of a house? That's
Clearly cult stuff is going on.
Yeah, that's weird. Not a lot of people just have tarot cards.
I know several people that have tarot cards.
I know one person that has tarot cards. And
Are
it's
they
just
they spoopy?
no? It's Cody, and he's just weird. Not our tech Cody. I know too
Other
many
Cody.
Codys. Yeah, he's
There's 3 Codys, by the way. There's Cody in the podcast.
But
Cody,
he looked up how to use them. They're actually really cool. He got them for a cool reason.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. He's not that weird. He is a little bit weird, but
He's a little weird, yeah. I think
good weird.
Cody's in
He's
general.
good weird.
Cody's in general, right?
Yeah,
They're just strange.
good weird.
Yeah. I mean, they're
I'm
named after a
strange.
pillow. That's what Cody means, pillow.
Yeah.
So,
Mattress in Spanish.
which is only slightly better than pillow.
There's a pickup line somewhere in there.
That's true.
But so anyway, that's the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's already spooky things in the house.
Yeah.
I was sleeping in the game room. His room is at the other end of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
He has a dog
Okay.
in his house. Dog usually stays downstairs, but comes upstairs when he hears us going, like walking up there, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm sleeping
Right.
on this recliner. I hear footsteps coming down the hallway. Naturally, being a logical person, I think, oh, my friend is walking down the hallway to go to the bathroom at the end.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you gotta pee in the middle of the night.
Right. For sure.
So the footsteps come down the hallway weirdly slowly.
Yeah.
But I'm like, maybe he's just groggy.
He's
I'm
tired.
groggy.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Right.
So they stop at the end of the hallway. At the end of the hallway, in that little section, he doesn't have a door at the end of the hallway to his game room, so it's just a blanket that's hung up.
Right. So the blanket starts moving.
No, nothing happens. At all.
Okay.
I don't hear anything. So they stop at the end of the hallway, and
I was about to ask you, so the story's over?
no.
Nothing happens.
No. It gets better. Because we'd been watching horror movies the entire night, so I'm thinking he's going to scare me.
Yeah.
He just stopped at the end of the hallway. That's creepy. That's
Right,
super.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh, come on, Jared. What the fuck?
I was like, dude, don't jump out.
Yeah.
Don't do this to me.
This is cringy. Stop.
I'm just waiting. I'm like, when's he going to do it?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Then I hear the dog, like, a minute later,
Right.
runs up the stairs, because he heard it too, clearly. Runs to the end of the hallway. Dog sticks his head through. He's looking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, weird.
Right.
Dog runs back downstairs.
Like scared or
Nope,
swiftly?
just runs back downstairs because he didn't find anything.
Right.
And I'm like, what? So I go to sleep because I guess I'm weird and
Yeah.
don't care if there's a ghost watching me sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up the next morning and I was like, dude, did you go to the bathroom last night?
Yeah.
Because I heard someone, and I didn't hear any footsteps go back. And he's like, nah, man, I was asleep the whole time. I was like, what?
Spoopy.
So that was my scary story. I was pretty scared for like an hour before I went to sleep that night.
I feel like you should have told your story first.
It's just kind of long. I'm sorry, but that
No, I mean like because I was like, you know what I mean? Like that's scary, right?
that's
That's scary. Hearing footsteps is scary, but
Yeah.
like
but vomiting on
yeah,
that's real life. That's why I said that's real life
That's
scary.
real
I
life
had ghost scary.
ghost scary. Ghost stuff is really scary.
Yeah, dude. And then that same day, okay, after I asked him, I was about to leave.
Yeah.
So I ran back upstairs, got my stuff, and I was just walking down the hallway, that same creepy hallway,
Yeah.
and I just felt a breath in the back of my neck goes, and I was like, nope. And I sprinted out, and
The ghost was into you, bro.
He was, dude. It was gross. Like,
You just wanted to breathe on you.
that's my scary story. It was super gross, and I didn't like it.
That is a little scary.
Do you have any ghost stories?
I don't really have any ghost stories, no. Like, I was sleeping one night
Okay.
in my parents' house
Uh-huh.
in the living room, and
At least it's at your house this time.
yeah, and a coyote. I didn't know at the time, but a coyote was right next to the window, and
Did it
they
howl?
did that howl. Oh my goodness! I thought I was gonna have a heart
Did
attack.
you almost poop yourself?
Yeah.
Like that's a scary
I woke
sound.
up. I jumped up. It was scary. Like, you know, when you hear them from far away,
Mhm.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
But when they're right next, they are loud.
Yeah, they are.
It's like a siren, but like worse because it sounds really ominous. And like I went to the window and there's like a coyote there and it like ran away. That's, you know, coyotes are like slinky and creepy too.
Yeah.
But right next to the window, man, that scared me so bad.
I have an irrational fear.
Coyotes?
No, of things. Okay, this I don't know why. This since I was a little kid, I always had this irrational fear, right? Because
Yeah.
I always lived in the second story.
Oh,
When-
you
no.
told me this, yeah.
I always had an irrational fear of something looking in my window because that's messed up.
Right.
Like if you think about it, because I'm on the second story, so either someone went through the the work it would take to get a ladder and put that up in my house just to look at me in the window.
Or they're like stuck to the wall.
Or they're stuck to the... Ugh. That is the worst feeling to me, is someone staring at me. And now I live in a condo that's like up higher too.
Yeah, it's like what, second or third?
Yeah,
floor?
but now they could just be standing there on it. So I don't look out there at night, because that is the scariest thing to me.
Have you seen that video where they shop Shia LaBeouf onto their balcony and they're like, "How did you get up here? What are you doing?" And he's like, "Just do it." I'll just show you
That's
that after
awesome.
this. I think the video is called Shia LaBeouf Get Off My Balcony. They just keep shopping him like in the window and stuff, and he's like, "Just do it."
That's amazing.
That would be scary too.
Yeah, I had a cornfield in the back of my house when I was a kid too.
Cornfields are
so
scary.
like.
Yeah.
I always had an irrational fear too of just me looking out, because I'm an insomniac. I've always been an insomniac, so I'm up late at night.
Yeah.
I always would just stare out in my backyard, and I was super scared that one night, if it was really moonlit, right, so I can see everything, that I would just look out and someone would walk out of the corn, and that scared me too.
You want to know what the scariest story I had when I was a kid?
What's that?
It's really stupid, but
Okay.
it scared me so bad.
All right.
I had a bad dream
Okay.
that I got bit by a spider.
All right.
Right? And I died. But when I died, my eyes were like googly eyes. They went like this.
Did they like fell into the thing?
Yeah.
It's like,
They fell and they like rocked
did they make a
back and
ping
forth.
pong sound? Like,
It scared me so bad as a kid.
Ugh.
But that's so like comical, right?
Yeah.
But it scared me to death.
ooh, I got a comical story for you. Okay, this is a scary story,
Right?
but it's got a funny ending.
Yeah.
All right, so I was a little kid, right?
You're a little kid.
Yeah, I was like I don't know, 8, and
Little pillow.
yeah, and my mom had my little sister in a bed at the end of the hallway across from me. Okay, and I was up on the second floor because that's where I have stated that I lived. I had to go to the bathroom, so I was like walking out,
Yeah.
and our bathroom light was always on. But when I got to my bathroom, it was right by my staircase.
Yeah.
That leads to the second story. And when I got to the top of that, my brother had this Hot Wheels thing. It's called like Hot Wheels Shark Attack.
Okay.
And it talked.
Yeah.
And one of the things it said, when I got to the top of the stairs, it just goes, "Gotcha! Ha ha ha!" Dude, I have never run faster in my life. I sprinted to the end of the hallway. I was like, "Mom!" Dude, I thought someone was coming up to get me. They were like at the bottom of the stairs. They screamed, "Gotcha! Ha ha ha!" That's not okay.
I thought you were gonna say you fell down the stairs.
No, dude, that'd have been... I would have actually just died, I think.
Yeah.
But my heart has never beat so fast in my life.
It's like that moment when you're walking down the stairs and you miss a step.
Oh, yeah.
Your
That's what
heart
I felt.
just-
That's what I felt. But, oh, man, that was scary.
You
It was
should've
funny
been a step
because there
here.
wasn't really a person.
Yeah, it was a shark.
It also happened to my dad, and he almost pooped himself. This is also at night. Like, we should have thrown this toy out because
Why
it's a
did you leave
menace.
it by the stairs? People could fall.
Why did we leave it on? That's what I want to know.
Right, that's like leaving a Furby on. It's just bad news.
Yeah, but it was a stupid Hot Wheels thing that yelled at you, and that was super scary.
You want to spin the wheel?
Yeah. I don't think I have any other scary stories. I saw some UFOs, but
We should make a clip of my scariest story because that story is. I want to know if anybody else had
like a home invasion,
like an experience where somebody just busts in your house,
does
and
something weird.
They do something weird and they just leave.
That's unsettling. like I understand busting in a house to steal something, busting
Right.
in a house to attack somebody,
Right. Busting in your house to eat cotton candy
but
and
vomit
puke on you
and then walk
and
away.
leave. What?
That's so wrong.
Yeah, that was.
That's
that,
disturbing.
That was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
That's so disturbing. All right, so spun the random wheel. It's animal facts. So I'm gonna try to
Right.
pull some weird animal facts
Let's go.
out of the back of my head here.
Okay, we were talking about sea monsters earlier, so you got any fish?
Some weird
facts?
fish stories. Flounder don't start with both of their eyes on the same side of the head. It kind of migrates as they grow up. That's weird.
It does?
Yeah.
So they have both their eyes on one side when they're like.
When they're adults, flounder, as opposed to the Little Mermaid movie where they named the fish flounder and it
Wasn't a flounder.
wasn't a flounder.
Right.
Flounder are fish that lay on their side on the bottom
Right, yeah.
of the ocean,
Like
and
a-
both the eyes are on the side of one side of the head so they can see up.
Right.
That's how they hunt. They wait and then they attack things that are above them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't start like that. Like, their eyes migrate across their head as they grow up, which is...
That's super weird.
Yeah.
Do they, like, swim more when they're little, and then they
Yeah.
just, like, decide to lay down?
And then, as they grow older, their hunting habits turn from, like, eating tiny things to eating
So they
small
have to hide.
fish. So they hide, but their eyes, like, transfer, and they lay on their side. Like, there's some fish, like, the stargazer fish it's just, like, kind of flat, and it has its face on the top of its head, essentially.
Oh, so like manta rays too, like how
Yeah.
they have their
Kinda like
eyes
that.
and mouth underside of them.
Yeah, but this fish is the opposite. Its entire face on top, right?
Right.
So that's what
Super weird.
stargazer. But yeah, so flounder just have two eyes on the side of their head, and they
So they
lay
have-
on their side, and I think that's really weird.
That is weird, and the fact that their eye isn't always like that is
Yeah,
weird
like-
too.
It's
Like, how does that even happen? Like,
I don't.
over time,
know.
something develops to where its eyes can move while it grows. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought that they were all like
Yeah.
sideways face.
Yeah, it's like kind of how like you as a human, your limbs get longer and stuff.
Yeah.
They just grow in the sense that they're like.
Could you imagine if your eyes just moved over?
My
to
eyes
one
are just
your-
like whoop.
or they moved over to like one temple.
Yeah,
side by
and then
side.
like forever was just like looking like this, like
right. Yeah, that's super weird. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
yeah. Flounders. Let me think of some other sea creatures is a good topic because there's a lot
They're
of weird sea
crazy
creatures
weird.
down there.
Like that stonefish,
Mm-hmm. Stonefish are super terrifying and poisonous.
neurotoxin.
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Not poisonous, venomous.
venomous.
Let me correct myself.
Yeah, because
Poison you ingest.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Poison is something you ingest.
Yeah, we're gonna learn you something in it.
Yeah.
Poison,
Yeah.
stuff you ingest,
hmm
kills you,
Yes.
or just hurts you real bad from the inside.
Right.
Venom
Something
is
that's
something
injected
injected into your body.
Yeah.
So like snakes are not poisonous; they're venomous.
Yeah, and even if you drink snake venom,
It won't. Yeah, you won't die.
you won't die. It
So-
has to be in your bloodstream.
Yeah, venom is not poisonous; it's venomous.
Yeah. But anyhow,
So
stonefish.
they're very venomous.
Yeah, and they have like the did you see the crazy way they inject their venom?
I'm trying to think.
They have like these little harpoons.
Yep.
And their skin peels back, and then it like shoots.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's weird.
It's weird. It's uncomfortable, and it hurts so bad. Apparently, people sometimes cut their limbs off or kill themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot of venomous fish, or fish-like creatures,
Mhm.
like jellyfish.
Jellyfish are so weird.
Jellyfish are super weird. They don't really have like brains.
Yeah, they're not really. They're sort of alive. But
They're
not
kind of
really.
alive.
Yeah.
Jellyfish are an abstract creature.
What are they
like? They
classified
shouldn't
as?
function.
Right. What are they classified as?
I think they have their own
Classification.
because there are a lot of types of jellyfish, but they aren't like any living creature, and they're mostly water. They're like
They're like alien. They like if someone told me jellyfish came from another planet, I would believe.
I believe it.
I'd be like, okay, that
There's
makes sense.
species that were released here. That
Yeah.
makes so much
That
sense.
makes sense.
Jellyfish, there's certain types like I think it's a type of man of war, I believe.
Man-o-war
Maybe it's a
with the crazy long.
yeah,
screens.
yeah, and some of them can get big.
Yeah, the man-o-war
Like-
can get like it's 60
like
feet. Right?
shark big. Yeah.
Something crazy. Their like tentacles can be like super long, and they
Yeah.
like grab stuff. How do they eat?
They literally just float around,
Yeah,
and then
shock
fish will swim through there accidentally, and they get shocked, and they're stunned, and the jellyfish slowly just pulls them in, and then they just digest in
So it's like
in the
ooze.
cap part.
stuff. So it's like the very first character in an RPG, the slimes.
Yeah, they're a lot like slimes, really.
Yeah, they're like slimes, but they grab things
Yeah.
over time.
But they're not really sentient. Like they don't react to things.
Right.
They just kind of float around, which is super weird.
That is weird. Yeah.
They're kind of like, I don't know, like an algae
Sort of,
type,
yeah.
where they just kind of exist.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. And then you have those one jellyfish in that one lake that have no stingers at all. You can touch them.
Yeah, those are weird.
Those are super weird. And they developed because the lake got cut off from the ocean or something, so they didn't have any need to kill things
Yeah.
like they did. And so now they're soft, cool little jellyfish.
I got another cool one. There's a shark called a thresher shark, I'm pretty sure.
Is it the one with the crazy teeth? Is that what it is?
No, that's cookie cutter shark.
Cookie cutter shark?
Yeah, dude, you know about cookie cutter sharks?
No, I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna go on that real quick. Cookie
Okay.
cutter sharks.
Cookie cutter shark.
They're called cookie cutter sharks because they have like a very circular jaw,
Right.
right? So it's built like almost like a circle. And what they do is they don't like eat things whole. They'll go up to like, I don't know, a whale or something, right? They bite it, and they just bite a chunk out in like a circle. So there's just like circular chunks missing from creatures because these cookie cutter sharks, obviously
And then they just pop it off?
and they leave circles where like a cookie cutter.
That's crazy. I never heard of that shark.
It's
That's also
super
scary.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like,
Right.
like they don't eat like normal sharks, and
Do they only eat, like, large animals?
I don't think only like they would eat a fish,
Right.
but that's a weird thing that they do. This is why they're
Cookie
named
cutter
that
shark.
is because they
And
just bite circular
What was the other shark you were talking about?
thresher sharks.
Thresher sharks.
Okay, they have really long tail fins.
Yeah.
Okay, and what they do is they'll find a fish, a tinier fish than them, and they swim around it, and they cut it off. Right? They create like a tiny little whirlpool that the other fish can't get out of,
Right.
and then they just smack it with their tail.
Really?
Yeah,
And then they eat it.
they just tail whip it, which is a Pokemon move, doesn't do anything. But this shark,
Kills them.
yep. Well, it stuns them.
Oh,
So
and then it
and
eats
they
them.
stuns it long enough that they just go and eat it.
That's weird. I never heard of that either.
It's
And wasn't there
cool
a
to
shark,
have.
too, that's, like, extinct now that would, like... It had, like, a saw on them, and it would, like, cut things.
Yeah.
It would, like, run through them, like, ram them,
Yeah.
and it would cut them with the way its head was shaped.
Yeah.
That's a crazy shark,
There was
too.
a shark that had like a jaw that spiraled out and just had teeth on it, which is nonsensical. But they found like
Actual
skeletons, like
skeletons?
prehistoric skeletons that had this shark that just had like a swirly jaw for no reason. I don't understand how that would help. That's
That's
probably
crazy.
why it's extinct because
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
see
it's
why
dumb.
that.
It's just like the giant sloths.
Yeah. Like why do we need big sloths?
Right. They're just really just like big meals that can't get
Yeah.
away.
There's still the sawfish that
Right.
exists.
And
which
then
they
there's
have the
narwhals and
yeah.
and,
Sawfish are crazy too because have you ever seen those? Can mess you up because they swing their head real fast and they just
Right.
stab things.
and there's those fish that like headbutts things too. What are those called?
Dolphins.
No. No, there's like fish. They're like really long fish that actually like headbutt creatures and like people
Oh.
too. I forget what they're called.
I'm trying to think. I know what you're talking about.
It was on what's that guy's name? River Monsters.
Oh.
Yeah, one of those.
That's a scary show.
Yeah, it's something with a P. I feel like, but I cannot remember its name. Arapaima.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, right. They ram people.
I think so.
I'm gonna Google.
Hey,
that real
fact
quick.
check us, guys. Those are pretty messed up.
They were crazy looking fish. No, the Arapaima looks like it doesn't ram people. It looks like it eats them. But there is a fish that rams people, and then there's of course swordfish, which are terrifying, by the way.
Swordfish? Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
those will stab you. Those and marlins.
Yeah, have you seen some of the fishing videos where a swordfish gets on the ship and like
Just
stabs people?
Yeah.
That's so
Swordfish
scary.
fishing is redundant, first off. And
What do you mean
ter-
redundant?
swordfish fishing?
Swordfish, fish. Yeah,
Fish
right.
fishing.
Fish having the name fish in it is kind of
It's like Digimon.
yeah,
It's like Agumon.
yeah, fish.
Parrotfish.
What?
It's a parrotfish.
Parrotfish do that?
Parrotfish ram people.
Parrot.
I did not know parrotfish did that. I'm learning now.
But yeah, that's a crazy mechanic. Just like
Just ram things?
ramming things, like headbutting things, essentially in the water.
I feel like underwater would be less effective headbutting things because it's really hard to
Well,
get
think
momentum.
about that shrimp though.
The bullet shrimp?
The bullet shrimp, it like freaking punches holes and stuff.
Well, yeah. It essentially just sends out a concussive blast through the water.
Yeah,
Because it like displaces the water and the shockwave stuns things and just kills them.
it's the craziest thing ever.
Bullet shrimp are messed up. I don't know how they work.
Yeah, that's like one of those things. Oh, that's why the water's so scary because there's fish that punch you.
What if there's a bigger version of that? Okay,
Oh,
because you know how
Jesus
lobsters
Christ.
used to get like 6 foot long.
Yeah.
What if that tiny little shrimp got like 6 foot long and just like power punched you like in the dude? That's messed up.
You know what would be even more messed up if it power punched like a whale?
Yeah.
Like
Just
the
like,
whale-sized
bam!
one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just toasted an entire whale in one shot. Like, it just
It's
exploded.
like One Punch Man
It's
with
like,
a fish.
yeah. Dude, those bullet shrimp are the One Punch Man of the fish universe.
Yeah, they're scary. Like, they're not scary because they're so small.
Yeah.
They could, like, break your finger maybe.
Yeah.
But, like, if they were large, they would be very, very scary. Imagine the displacement of water, too, if they were much bigger.
It would just be like a vacuum.
Yeah. And the velocity that they would have to reach because they were
Dude,
larger.
that's the bloop!
the bloop.
The bloop is a giant bullet shrimp. We figured it out.
You figured it out. Just a giant punching
And
bullet
it
shrimp.
doesn't have to eat a lot
It was an
because
epic.
it kills whales at a time.
It was an epic battle between the Kraken and a giant
Yeah,
bullet
dude.
fish.
The Kraken was like, "Ah, shrimp, I'm gonna eat it," and it was just like,
And then
then
made
that's
bloop.
and that's the thing we heard
The bloop.
all over the world, and it's still eating the Kraken today. Because Kraken's really big,
Right.
so it took a while.
And it takes longer to. Doesn't it take longer to
Decompose underwater.
decompose
Yeah,
underwater?
because they don't get
Because it's cold at the bottom.
yeah, and they don't get oxidized as fast because
No oxygen.
oxygen.
Limited amounts of
Yeah.
oxygen.
So they don't decay as fast.
Yeah. So you got any more animal facts off the top of your head?
Some more fish ones.
Just in general.
Just in general. A very interesting fact about some fish that live way deeper in the ocean is that they're bioluminescent,
Right, they glow.
which
They
is pretty
create their
cool.
own light. Yeah.
And a lot of those fish are weird.
No,
like
right.
towards the bottom, like hatchet fish, angler fish.
Or the fish that die when they get in sunlight. The see-through fish.
Yeah. There's a fish called a gulper eel. Its jaw extends, right? Like it's a real skinny eel looking thing, but it has a huge head, but it folds. So when it's about to eat something, right? Its mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to demonstrate this as much as I can. It opens, and then opens wider, and it just eats things that are like 4 times its size.
Really?
Yeah, and it like expands.
I've
So
never heard of that either.
it's kind of like a sock fish, because it's just like, thoop, and just like eats things, and
That's crazy.
yeah, that's one of the things they think sea monsters were made after sometimes. Cause these
Probably.
things,
That's
yeah,
terrifying.
yeah, that and the oarfish. That's what they think sea monsters are. The oarfish are just like this big, scary looking
Right,
eel
yeah.
fish thing. So they think that's where a sea serpent.
You know what's really
because they're like
crazy?
30 foot long.
The thing that's really crazy to me is electric eels.
They aren't even actually eels. Did you
What
know
are
that?
they? What are they?
They're fish.
They're fish?
Yeah, they're actually eels.
Well, what's crazy about them is what if there are other animals that
can
can
do that.
produce electrical currents that we don't know about?
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, if one fish can produce an electrical current, there has to be more, right?
Yeah. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Like, imagine an octopus with that ability. That would be terrifying.
So it like wraps you up and then shocks you.
Shocks. Or
Ooh.
a snake. Oh my goodness.
Dude, we could. Okay. Oh, now we're getting into we're gonna go on a tangent again. The bioengineering.
Bioengineering.
What if you could do that, right? Because we're talking about creating a person,
Yeah.
right? And customizing a person's genes.
Yeah.
What if we could fit the electric fish gene into it?
Into
So,
like
like-
a snake?
No,
That'd
into a
be
person.
terrifying. Oh, into a person?
Yeah, you're like, my cell phone's dead. Wait. Charged it.
How do they produce their electricity, though?
I don't really know. I haven't looked into that. That's something I should look into. That's a
Yeah.
really cool.
It'll be posted on the Twitter, I'm sure, how they produce electricity.
Yeah,
So
that's.
if you want to know, it's on our Twitter. Don't
Go
Google
look.
it. Just go look.
Just go look on our Twitter and then like it and retweet it. But that's a really cool. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
And what if they put that into some kind of, like you said, other fish? What if they start using bioengineering in warfare?
To bioengineer people or animals?
No, animals like monster creatures.
Well, the electric thing is terrifying because, like, imagine like a snake, right?
so
snakes
like
are
a
hard
constrictor.
snakes are hard to detect. All would have to do is barely grab onto you, and then
Shocks
you're dead.
you.
Because electric eels kill people.
Oh yeah. That'd
Yeah.
be that's not okay.
scary. Yeah, like it's a stealth kill. A snake killed you, you dead. It
And
probably
cold blooded. They don't show up on.
Yeah, infrared.
Yeah, infrared.
It's like a stealth animal that sneaks in, shocks you. And
Dang.
what would it look like? You wouldn't, this person was electrocuted, but how?
yeah,
Because we don't know snakes can do that.
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, that would be scary. That'd be terrifying. Because snakes are already creepy.
I don't think they're that creepy.
But they've, like, traditionally,
They have
all cultures are afraid of snakes.
Yeah. because
They're scary.
They are good predators.
Well, I think through evolution, or just like, we fear things to keep us alive.
Yeah.
Snakes kill people
Yeah.
often. They bite you and then you die.
Well, they're doing it out of defense, but
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
imagine how creepy it is to
some-
first human that experienced a snake.
some snakes, venom,
Yeah,
not poison, venom can make your leg just fall off
yeah,
or rot
yeah.
while you're alive.
That's scary too.
Yeah. Oh, there's another animal fact. Pit vipers, right? It's a type of snake. They have like infrared sensors in between their eyes and nostrils.
Yeah,
They can see infrared.
that's cool.
That's really cool.
That's the perfect snake to give the electric gene.
Yeah, dude, hunter snakes. We're assassin snakes.
Assassin snakes.
Assassinake.
S-snake.
Assassinake. Yeah, dude, assassin snakes.
That's scary.
That's a cool movie villain.
I mean,
Guy who uses snakes to kill things, like Voldemort, but
no, a cool villain is like a bioengineer that's creating these
Yeah.
super monsters, essentially. Like these unsuspecting. It looks like a snake, but when it touches you, you die.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There you go.
that's spooky.
Copyright. That's ours.
Dude, that's going number like 5 on my
Scary monster.
super scary monsters list is our bioengineered monstrosities.
Yeah. That is scary, though. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
And it's weird that only the electric eel, to my knowledge, is the only animal that produces electricity. Other than,
Yeah, I
like,
don't think there's any.
bioluminescent.
That's not
chemicals,
electric. It's
right?
a chemical, yeah.
Right, okay.
Which lightning bugs have a similar.
Chemical reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's cool.
that is cool.
Or what if we could do that and put the bioluminescence on like people?
Glowing people?
Dude, yeah. So then like you're in the dark.
That would suck when you're trying to sleep. Your eyelids are going to glow.
You get used to it.
Your eyelids are going to glow.
You would get used to it though, and you wouldn't glow during the day.
Yeah, but
You can go to sleep during the day, right?
I want you to get a flashlight,
Okay.
put it right on your eye.
It's not
When
gonna
it's
be like
closed.
you're not like a flashlight.
When it's closed.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, because think about it. Like,
You could probably turn it off though. Lightning bugs can turn it off.
well, they turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Right. But the fish they always are bioluminescent, right? I think it's just part
I
of
think
their
we can
makeup.
turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Because if you want to hide from something, they'd have to turn it off.
Right.
That'd be a terrible, like,
Just
camouflage
imagine-
mechanism. You're just like, they can all see me. They can all see me.
Just imagine like your eyelids being bioluminescent. That would suck.
Yeah, that would, I guess.
Yeah, you're closing your eyes.
I
So
think
bright.
I think you could turn it off.
It'd be like sleeping next to a neon sign.
It's kind of comforting depending on what color the sign is.
Right. And it was red.
I guess that would suck.
It'd be uncomfortable.
What if people glowed different colors though? Like,
what? Let's talk about evolution and like how it chooses things. What advantage, other than seeing in the dark, does glowing accomplish? Like, it makes sense in the ocean, right?
they lure things. with
Right.
it.
But it doesn't make sense for people.
If I drop my keys in the dark and I need to see them, I could glow.
But you also have a brain that can make things that produce light, which is kind of our evolutionary thing. What if that's the path that evolution shows? Just glowing monkeys.
I hope so. I want a glow monkey.
Like, this seems like the best way.
They've already made cats that glow.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Wait,
They-
I think they did it with like pigs or something too, right?
Did they?
Sheep. They were like
Sheep they did something with.
Yeah,
for
they're
sure.
like editing things to.
Yeah,
Of all
they
the
have cats
things-
that glow.
Of all the things you can edit, right?
You don't want a little glow cat?
No.
That's precious. Like,
No
your
way.
cat's sprinting around at 3 a.m. like, oh, where's my cat? Oh, there he is. He's looking. He glows.
glows.
He's looking at me. He's cute.
Yeah. But like, of all the things you can give animals, right? Like,
Yeah.
starfish can grow back their limbs.
That's cool.
Mole rats can't get cancer. Lobsters live
I
forever.
did not know that. Mole rats can't get cancer?
Mole rats can't get cancer, no.
Well, they're already super ugly, so. I mean,
Right.
they had to have something, right?
And
Everybody
you
gets
can
one.
fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure mole rats can't get like naked mole rats cannot get cancer.
So Rufus.
Can't get cancer.
Nice.
And lobsters never die.
Well, yeah. That's true. Because they used to get 6 foot long before we started fishing them.
Yeah.
Can
They
you
don't
imagine
die.
a 6-foot lobster?
As long as they have food, they'll live forever.
Yeah.
We should start the eternal lobster. Just keep feeding them.
Keep feeding it.
Yeah, the eternal
See how
lobster.
big we can get it.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up.
And then
but-
hand them off to your kids. And then their kids can hand them off to their kids.
What do you do when it gets super big, though?
You have the eternal lobster. I don't know.
But I feel like that's a burden to put on your kids, because, yeah, it'll be cheap for you to feed, but once it gets to, like,
That's
car
not
size...
a problem. Kick the can down the road, man.
Yes, so. But what if they get super poor and they just eat it?
I mean, it's the same thing we do with global warming. Just kick the can down the road. It's not our problem.
I guess so.
A super large lobster that's super hard to feed. You gotta get a school
Do you
bus
think
of
you
food.
could do
Not my
that?
problem.
How much is a lobster to maintain? Because I kind of want a lobster now.
You kind of want to.
Yeah. I kind
That's
of
a
want to
good
see how
idea.
big I could grow it.
There's our business idea.
Big lobsters?
Sell lobsters and sell them.
Red
for
Lobster
more
already
money.
does this.
No, sell them for more money because you package them as your eternal lobster. You keep it alive forever as long as you feed it.
Somebody
pet
would
rocks.
buy that.
People buy pet rocks. Why wouldn't they buy an eternal lobster?
Did you ever have sea monkeys when you were a kid?
No.
That's the stupidest pet.
I feel like that was like a hype train that derailed swiftly.
Rightly so, because my brother didn't. I didn't have them because I
Right.
thought they were stupid. My brother bought them, and I was like,
I remember it being
Just
a
don't
huge
do
thing though.
anything.
Like everybody's like, "Oh, sea monkeys, heck yeah!"
yeah, I was
They're
like,
real dumb.
these aren't monkeys. I was real upset.
And this ain't even the sea.
Nope. These things do nothing.
So, do you have any other animal facts?
I got tons, but we probably shouldn't keep
Yeah, we've
throwing
been
up
on this topic for a little
animal facts.
while. You know
I
what we
don't
need to
think.
get? Another thing we need to do.
Yeah.
Topic timer.
Yeah.
We need a topic timer. We need a wheel. We need a logo, and then we'll almost be professional.
We're definitely getting there.
Yeah, yeah. So what's the spinner say?
The last thing we have is games that we gamed this week.
Or just in general?
Or just in general.
Yeah. Like I said, I played Cuphead, which I enjoyed.
Cuphead looks really cool, and I want to get into that.
Yeah,
because
it's fun.
I think we might play that on our stream next week.
Yeah, it's worth playing. Because it's the kind. There's two things I don't like about it.
Mhm.
Like I said, the one thing is I feel like the platforming levels were a later addition. Like they just threw them in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is you can't ever, like, it's almost impossible to beat a boss the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a memorization game. That
Oh,
feels good
okay.
when you memorize it. You know what I mean?
It's like Mega Man or Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. But all the bosses take a long time to kill. You can't
Yeah.
kill them fast. You can kill them faster, but you really can't, there's a limit to how fast you can kill them.
Is there a story to Cuphead? Because I haven't looked far enough into it. What's
story
the
is Cuphead and Mughead. I don't remember the other guy's name. So there's Cuphead and then
Mugface.
there's a Mug.
Okay.
Right, that's the second player. They went gambling.
So is this...
At the
We're just going to
Devil's
assume in this
Casino.
universe that these objects have...
Are alive. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
So they went gambling at this casino and
okay.
they got in trouble with the devil, essentially.
Okay.
And they're going to collect other people's souls for the devil so that they don't get used as the devil's eternal.
This game is a lot
Kitchenware.
more messed up than I thought it was. Alright.
It's got a dark story. And that's the story. You're going to collect souls.
Do you collect souls from the bosses?
Yeah, you fight the bosses to get their soul for the devil, essentially. You're like the devil's
And
lackeys.
the whole time, are you in this casino? Because a lot of the things...
No, you're not in the casino the whole time. You're on like an overworld map.
Okay. And you have to go fight these bosses.
Yeah, you fight the bosses to get their souls, and then you take them back to the devil. At the end of the game, I haven't beaten it yet, so I don't
You
know.
haven't beat it yet?
No.
It looks really cool. It's like
It's like a boss rush.
it's an interesting art style too, because it kind of looks like old school Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's where they're going. I think it's called rubber art. It's like rubber animation, where everything was like, exaggerated.
Yeah, it's like very cartoonish.
Yeah, and it's a nice touch. I like it a lot.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I want to play it.
we'll play it today. Give it a
Sweet.
try. You'll like it. It's fun.
I didn't play this game this week because I already went over the games extensively I played this week, but I played a game not too long ago that I didn't know and Remy knew about
What's
before.
that?
It's called Don't Starve Together.
Yeah, I've played that.
It's really cool because I'm not very good at it, but you get to pick a character.
Yeah.
And essentially from there, they just throw you into a world.
Yeah, and each one of the characters actually have different traits.
Yeah. Like one can eat wood to survive.
The lumberjack, yeah.
Yeah.
He has to eat wood to survive, yeah.
And the other one can grow a beard. That was literally the
Yeah. And there's a
scientist
girl
guy.
who's a pyromaniac.
She doesn't grow a beard.
She has a lighter, and
Yeah.
when she gets stressed out, she sets fires.
Yeah, on accident, which is bad but good sometimes. So all the characters, you have to use them to their strengths.
Yeah.
And you get put into the world.
Mm-hmm.
You can play with people or just by yourself. I like playing with people because it's kind of boring by yourself. But you walk through the world and gather resources.
Yeah, it's like a survival resource building game, right?
Yeah, so you pick up sticks and stones and
Make
flowers and rocks, different minerals, and then you combine those to make different items like a hat or a torch or a pickaxe, so you can mine things to get more minerals.
Or weapons.
It's like a spear. You get a stick and a rock, and you put a pointy rock, tie it there.
And the art style is actually really nice, too.
Yeah, it's kind of Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah, a little Tim Burton.
Weird. It's a gothic style art, which is really cool. Then there's monsters that you have to have a fire at night, otherwise you pretty much die because creatures will come attack you in the night.
You have to keep your sanity. You have to sleep. If you go insane, shadows eventually will kill you.
Yeah, you start hallucinating if you go insane.
And those hallucinations hurt you. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
It is cool. I liked Don't Starve, but it felt very like you were never really rewarded for adventuring.
Yeah, that's a part that I was like, why do I need to leave this place?
You
I
just
could
stay. Yeah.
Which is that's where it got a little boring.
It gets boring. At first, it's like, oh man, this is a crazy world, and I don't know what to do. And then you set up camp, and you're like, well, I don't really want to leave, and I don't really need to leave.
Yeah, because I can grow resources, which I think is what eventually you're supposed to do. Is you're supposed to create a tiny civilization, right? Like a tiny self-sustaining village.
And I don't know how much of that you can even do. Because I don't think you can automate anything, and resources eventually run out.
But you can grow them.
Yeah, so, but you can't grow minerals like copper and stuff.
That's true. You'd have to move around until you had enough to build the things, and then you could get a self-sustaining civilization. And I feel that's where you cap out in the game. Is where
there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, you have a self-sustaining civilization. Yeah. But to get to that part is really hard, and that's why it's called Don't Starve together. Because you have to not starve and live long enough to create a civilization.
So are there any good games that are coming out that you're excited about?
The Star Wars
Battlefront?
Yeah, new Pokemon looks slightly disappointing.
Which one? The fighting one?
No. When is that gonna come out?
It's already out.
Is it?
Yeah, it came out.
Okay, I haven't played that yet. I want to play the Pokemon fighting game because I like fighting games. I like Pokemon.
I do not know. I don't have it, but I didn't even look at reviews. But I do know it's out because I was on my Switch shop and I saw that it was out. There's a demo though, so if you want to play it, it's free. You can try it.
I was talking about Sun and Ultra Sun and Ultra
Moon. Right.
Dude, that's so disappointing.
Yeah. It's the in-between stage of Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're like, what are we going to do next? Well, let's put out something real quick.
Yeah. It's like, we're going to put this and then add a little bit on. It was like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
Did you ever see the fan-made Pokemon? I think it was
the
Pokemon Uranium or something.
Yep. I did. That
they had a radiation type.
Yeah, which is pretty cool because it was like they did what I said was cool is they took the original Pokemon and they slightly modified them.
Well, there were some not nuclear, but radiation type Pokemon.
Yeah, there were new ones, but they took old ones and mixed them in, which was cool. I like that. The fan-made one was really cool.
And it got taken down, sadly.
I mean, it was gonna because
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was well made. They should have taken some notes from it.
Well, I think that I understand why they do it, why they take it down. It makes sense.
Oh yeah, if we made something and then someone else did the same thing.
Yeah, I get why they do it, but at the same time, I feel like they should hire these people.
Yeah. We're not going to give you any of the profits from that thing, but also
why
you
don't
should
you
work
join
for
our
us.
team? You obviously are passionate about our product. Mm-hmm. You know what you're talking about. Let's bring you on board and bring some of these ideas to life legally.
It's like that meme where they're like, we need something new, and then the one person's like this, and then the other person's like this, and then the last person gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, because they pick something actually good.
Yeah,
and then
it's
they
like that
out the window. I feel like that would be a cool way for Nintendo to go about it.
Yeah,
because there's been a lot of fan remakes that were fantastic.
Yeah,
they made co-op Mario 64.
It's a good accidental pun, by the way.
What?
Fantastic.
Fan-made. You're right.
Yep.
I did that.
But anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah. There was the multiplayer Nintendo 64 Mario 64. They did that.
Okay.
That was super cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Uranium Pokemon, which
Mhm.
was super cool. They redid before Mega Man, before Metroid 2 got remade. There was a fan remake version of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was very good. A lot of people liked it, and they shut that down as well.
Why?
You know, and then they're rebuilding like classics like Ocarina of Time in the
Uh-huh.
Unreal Engine. So it's like updated graphics, same game,
Okay.
just updated graphics.
That makes me angry.
It's really cool. Like, and they take that down too. Like for me, if I was Nintendo, I'd be like, these guys love our stuff so much.
We
that
should
they're
hire
willing to
them.
recreate them. Yeah, we should
Clearly.
hire them. Right.
You're putting out garbage stuff
But,
recently. Except Breath of the Wild, that was good.
No, Nintendo always puts out good games. Like that's the thing about Nintendo. Like you get something from EA, you get something from Dice.
Yeah.
Freaking Battlefield,
Which is good.
but it's buggy.
They're
right?
doing... Isn't DICE doing the Star Wars?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe they did the first one, like the first
Did they?
rebooted one. Yeah. I'm not sure if they're doing the most recent one, but what I'm saying is, games now you expect them to be buggy, and then you have
Yeah.
patches, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
You don't just get a full package out of the box. Right?
Yeah.
Nintendo, you always get a full package, and it's not very buggy.
That's true.
You know, that's something you can't beat with Nintendo. Like even though their content, they have no idea what they're doing online.
That's true.
Like they're not
Very
ready for
true.
the internet because they don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Their multiplayer games are lacking unless they're like co-op.
They have stupid party games, which are annoying.
Yeah, their party games are lame. But if you're playing for single player or co-op, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Honestly, and aside from revisiting their same characters, but the new Mario looks fantastic. You know.
I just thought of something that's completely unrelated to this, but I'm going to tell you real quick.
Okay.
Because it's really good. Okay, did you hear that they are making a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
Yes.
And it's happening?
Yes.
Like, it's actually going through and happening right now?
I thought that Sonic had been murdered enough, but
Nope.
apparently they're bringing
Mm-mm.
him back to life
Just to kill him again.
right after a good Sonic game came
Uh-huh.
out, which was Sonic
Mania.
Sonic Mania. It was very good. And now they're going to make a live-action movie and murder him.
What are they going to do, though? Are they going to make him, like, realistic-looking
I don't know,
Supersonic
man.
Hedgehog, or are they going to do more
I
cartoony?
feel like it's going to be the cringiest thing ever. It's got to be.
It's going to be gross.
Like, they would be better off just compiling a bunch of YouTube videos of hedgehogs doing funny things than release a live-action Sonic. It's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. How are you going to do that and it not be cringy?
Yeah, that being said, I did like the Ratchet and Clank movie.
Okay. And the Warcraft movie was good, too.
The Warcraft movie was pretty good. I like
but
that.
live-action Sonic...
I don't... It's just some things that I don't think are going to work.
I want to be
Is it
super surprised.
Is he
and it'd
going
be
to interact
amazing.
with people? Like,
That's
you
the
know,
thing that's
like the
scares me.
Sonic X show had real people in it?
Yeah.
Are they gonna? Is he just gonna be a CG character next to? Like, that's what I'm. Oh man, that's so funny.
And they put Edgelord Shadow in there with his guns.
Yeah. Oh no, he's just like running through shooting people, like actually shooting them.
Oh my goodness.
And how is Tails gonna fly? Like in a cartoon, it's okay, but like, is he actually gonna?
They can't do it.
How they gonna explain
can't
it?
Do it. You cannot do it without it being cringy. You can't.
That's stupid.
It's the dumbest thing ever. You would be better off doing like one of those Air Bud movies
Yeah.
with a hedgehog.
Is Rouge the Bat gonna be like a realistic looking gross bat with like lipstick on, or is she gonna be like a man bat?
Could you imagine that though? A movie with a hedgehog that talk. You know how they used to do those stupid movies
Yeah.
like Homeward Bound.
Oh, I do.
But with like a
I
hedgehog.
would love that. He's just an actual like a hedgehog that's just blue.
He's like a
And he's like
literal
runs
hedgehog.
really fast when he's a tiny little hedgehog.
Yeah.
I want that.
He's just a literal hedgehog.
That's they have a voiceover.
Yeah. And they like move his mouth.
Yeah.
To try to make it look like feed him and then make it look like he's talking.
That would be amazing. I hope that's all the movie
That's
is.
how it should be. Like you cannot do live action Sonic without Sonic. You know,
That's
another
beautiful.
show, speaking of this, I wish they would remake Dragon Ball Z.
Like the movie.
Live action.
Okay. But like better than it
But
was because it was
because
terrible.
like it was so bad it made me sick, kinda.
That's what Sonic's gonna be.
That's what Sonic's gonna be. That's like.
Oh,
Could you imagine
God.
if someone did a live action Mario? They already did, and it was trash.
Yeah, I remember. I was gonna say I thought that happened.
They did, but could you imagine them doing it where that like Mario was the same proportions he is, CGI Mario in a real world?
So he's just like a short,
Yeah.
slightly chubby
Right.
guy that.
And now that we know it's canon for Mario to look totally wacky in comparison to normal human beings,
Ew.
could you imagine them?
I don't
making
want
movie?
that.
Right.
And what is Yoshi? What would he's. Ew.
Right. A dinosaur that gets punched in the back of the head. That they confirmed that, by the way.
He gets
Nintendo-
punched in the back.
in
That's
Super-
what makes him do that.
In
That's
Super Mario World, he was punching Yoshi.
No.
Yeah, they confirmed that. That's confirmed.
animal abuse.
There is a pop.
PETA.
But what I was saying was, now that Sonic's got me all flabbergasted, because that's just the stupidest thing. Like, they're gonna spend millions. People are starving, and we're making a live action Sonic movie.
There's much better things that could have been put towards.
It's bad news. What was I saying before that, though? Dragon Ball Z, right?
Uh-huh.
Because the Piccolo guy, he was kind of menacing.
Piccolo?
Like
Not the Piccolo guy. He was Piccolo.
like the actual Piccolo that
Yeah.
they put in the movie that was trash.
Oh, okay,
He was
yeah.
sort of menacing, right?
Okay.
And then
so
have
I
you
thought
s-
you were just talking about Piccolo in general. I was like, yeah, he's pretty scary. He's
And
a
there's
green
fan
guy.
reactions, like fan art people that
Yeah.
love Dragon Ball Z and are way
Yeah.
more talented than me that draw like what these
Piccolo would
monsters
look like.
look like if they were real life.
Boo looks real cool.
Boo and Cell too. Cell looks
Yeah,
terrifying.
he looks scary.
Yeah, like if they did that, if they did it in like a kung fu style movie, you know, like over the top kung fu movies, like
Can
Crouching-
Jackie Chan be Master Yoshi? Or Master Yoshi, Master Roshi?
Master Roshi, that would be perfect.
Oh, I want Jackie Chan to be Master Roshi.
Right, and like Tony Jaa be Goku or something.
Yeah.
It would be perfect. But like the live drawings where they imagine what they
Yeah.
would look like if they're real are
Super
terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Terrifying. And we have the technology now to make it really cool, but why? It's not hard.
Yeah, we can draw Transformers and make that a movie. It'd be really easy to
So
make.
many movies.
Yeah.
So many Transformer movies, but we can't do a good
I
anime
think they're
movie.
making another one. Did you hear that too?
Another Transformers? What the?
It'll never end.
How?
Michael Bay's just double tapping it to the ground, dude. He took a horse and just beat it.
He just kept beating it.
Yeah.
And then he turned it into a robot and beat it some more.
Yep. And now it's a robot horse that's just getting beat and exploded.
But like you can do Transformer movies so many times and people actually like them, but you can't do one anime well. Has there been a good live action anime movie?
I think they did a Naruto one. I haven't seen it.
Live action?
Oh, they do a show. Not a show, but like a play.
Right.
It looks pretty cool, actually.
You know what would be a really cool live action movie too?
What's
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I would watch that.
It's like a Stargate.
Or
type
Afro
deal.
Samurai.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
That would be super cool too.
Mhm.
But they don't do that. Instead, live action Sonic.
Yeah, like they could take the animes with the people.
Who approved
obviously.
that movie?
Oh wait, they did make it. Wait, did you see Death Note?
I heard it was really bad.
I heard
and
it
I
was
don't
really
want to
bad.
watch it.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
don't wanna
like
do that.
I really enjoyed Death Note. It was a very good.
They Sonicked
series.
it.
And they Sonicked all over it. What was I gonna say? But who's approving these things?
I don't. Michael Bay. It's
What
just
if
him.
Michael Bay is making terrible movies just so people will go watch Transformers?
Yep.
Under a pseudonym.
They're like, well, I've hit rock bottom. I better go watch the new Transformers.
And he just released all his terrible movies around the same time
Yeah.
when Transformers comes
Yeah.
out, so people watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if live action Sonic comes out when another Transformers movie is coming out, we
Conspiracy.
know it's real.
Yep. Confirmed.
Cause like Wreck-It Ralph, right? They
Yeah.
did games very well.
That's a cool game. A cool movie.
Cool movie that
Yeah.
did games well because you're in a game.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But like
Wasn't Sonic in Wreck-It Ralph?
he was
Yeah.
like giving a PSA or something.
Dude, I hope this Sonic game is canon universe with Wreck-It Ralph.
It's real. It's just so like I just imagine those terribly drawn Sonic memes. You know, I go fast, or I proceed with a high velocity. So
Yeah.
poorly. That's how I imagine them CGI him. He's like half person, half wacky hedgehog. It's gonna be so gross.
It's pretty disgusting. I don't want to.
I don't want to see it. It feels like it should be on the sci-fi movie, sci-fi channel.
Yeah. But in the same sense, I'm pretty stoked for the Sly Cooper movie.
They're making that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of
Which
this.
Ratchet and Clank was pretty awesome, so the Sly Cooper movie.
I hope that they do more Warcraft movies too, because the Warcraft movie didn't sell
It was
very
good.
well.
Yeah,
It didn't sell very well, but I feel like if they like fleshed out the story more, people would catch on, because the lore is really cool.
Mhm.
You know, there's a lot of cool stuff they can go over, but I feel like it's not going to happen.
I hope it does though, because the Warcraft movie is real cool.
Yeah, I feel like Blizzard is working towards more of a movie thing, especially with Overwatch. How they've released all these short films that are actually really good. I feel like they're moving more towards like a Pixar kind of deal.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I'd be okay with that.
I would be okay with movies
Diablo.
being made by
Diablo.
right. And who else do you want? You know, who do you want producing these movies? The people that actually make the games.
Yeah.
You know? Not these crazy producers making Death Note and Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So, like, I feel like if Blizzard started producing movies other than, like, Warcraft, they could do
because
it.
their cinematic cutscenes are always real cool.
Yeah, and Diablo is a really cool story that I would love to see.
Yeah.
Right, in like, real live action. That would be really freaking cool.
That'd be awesome.
I would dig that a lot.
But yeah, I'm sorry. That was a super large
That
tangent.
was a large tangent, but that's so gross.
Yeah, I don't want to see that movie. I do, but I just want to see it because it's like, in the same sense that I...
Well, just think about this. How many memes is it going to create?
Oh, so many. The internet's going to be flooded.
There's the value in that movie.
I love it. I can't wait to see that terrible, terrible movie.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's probably a good place to end tonight.
Yeah, I think so. We covered a lot.
Somebody
of
go look up when that comes out.
I'm sure it is going to be on our Twitter.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, if you don't believe us, it's real. It's unfortunate.
It's happening.
And they're going to make us watch it.
I'm going to make me watch it. It's like the sadistic part of me wants to watch that movie just for it being terrible.
So, we'll be back next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Right?
Around 12 to 4-ish.
12 to 4. Yeah.
Somewhere
in there. As we build the studio, as we upgrade things, become more professional. We'll have
set time.
We'll have set times and stuff, but
otherwise, you can always find it
on the Twitter.
And
eventually, we still haven't done this either. We're gonna upload our podcasts so you can listen to them on Spotify and
hopefully
Stitcher and whatnot.
And and
Your
Apple
devices.
Yeah.
So maybe more people can find us.
Should be great.
Yeah. And then we gotta build the spinny wheel. Yep. Logo's coming.
And we gotta create a theme song.
And we're creating a
Yeah,
theme
you
song?
play guitar. Let's make a theme song.
An intro?
Why not? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's just add it to the list, you know?
It's podcast time. Come on, grab your friends. Wait,
Nope, that's taken. You can't do that. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff we're doing. The sound's good. The video's good.
Yep.
So
it works, so that's a plus.
Our backdrop stayed.
No cats this time.
We got a Mega Man helmet now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're moving up.
We're going up. Yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna be in a giant studio and it's gonna be perfect and professional.
Are we?
No.
It's tomorrow.
But anyhow, next week.
Yeah, if you like us, give us a like, a subscribe if you want. Please share it.
Yeah.
On your social media, that'd be great.
Yep. And we will be back next week
with more crazy animal facts and stuff.
Whatever we decide to talk about, because it's a PodLuck cast, which is a play on
PodLuck, if you didn't catch that.
Yeah, we never explained that at all.
No?
We didn't want to hold your hand. If you can't figure
No, we
it
don't
out.
do that. It's a natural thing. We don't do tutorials.
We talked about that earlier. So, but anyhow,
thanks
we'll
for
be back
watching,
next week.
guys.
Thanks for watching.
Have a PodLuck cast day.